You know it's hard out here for a pimp when he trying to get this money for the rent, for the Cadillacs and gas money spent. We'll have a whole lot of bitches jumping shit. You know it's hard out here for a pimp when he tryna get this money for the rent, for the Cadillacs and gas money spent. Will cause a whole lot of jumping shit. You know it's hard out here for a pimp when he tryna get this money for the rent, for the Cadillacs and gas money spent. Will have a whole lot of jumping shit.
What's going on, party people? It's your man, 50 Grand, the Godfather, Nate Milton, and you are about to listen to another excellent episode from the Nefarious Media Network. Since January of 2025, we have been putting it down for the crown, and we've been committed to bringing you truthful, thoughtful, turned-up commentary as it pertains to the worlds of sports, politics, pop culture, pro wrestling, entertainment, and life. Yes, life. This thing that we are all just trying to get through day by day. An electric word called life, as the man used to say. And that brings us to the drive for 500. Yes, 500 YouTube subscribers, which gets us halfway to monetization, and 500 Patreon subscribers. Patreon.com/Nefarious Media Network. That's our stretch goal for the year. Because if we hit those marks, it allows us the flexibility and the freedom and the funds, quite honestly, to do some more things here at the network, to be more consistent with our shows, to bring you new shows, and to bring some people on to help with production. So if you believe in us, man, if you believe in what we're doing here, because we got a lot of hard-working people, myself included, working 50, 60 hours a week at the shoot jobs, got families, got kids, got responsibilities, but we still do this, man, because we love this and we believe in this. And if you believe in us and you love the shows that we do, help us out, man. Help a brother out. Help a sister out. That's all we asking, because we are trying to change the game by any means necessary, even if those means may be nefarious.
This is the Parley, a place where guests are required to put their money where their mouth is, where we double down on the discourse and conversation. That's the only currency accepted. Proudly presented by the Nefarious Media Network.
What's going on? What's going on, party people? Welcome to episode 9 of the Parley, proudly presented by the Nefarious Media Network. I'm one of your hosts this week, the Godfather, Nate Milton, and we are back for an exciting, I feel like I'm overselling that. Like, it may be exciting, but it's probably going to be more entertaining than exciting. But be that as it may, let me bring in the co-pilot here, for the Parlay, man, the show where we just like to talk about life and what's going on in life and the absurdities of life sometimes. This man is nothing if not absurd. And if you've seen the latest short he's dropped on the YouTube channel, then you know that to be true. So let me bring in our very own Aunt May, our very own Caitlin Clark of production. That's why so many people call this brother Caitlin Dog. Y'all give it up. The two-way Ray Williams.
Hey, brother Nate. It's always a pleasure to join you, brother. And yeah, hopefully there won't be any surprises that catch me off guard and elicit such a response as it did last night.
I was gonna say, like, you look like you still recovering from last night. Like you're just like in the dark, like you just sad, Ray. You all right, Ray? You good, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. I had to get up early and actually take a walk to reflect, brother. I still don't understand. I still don't understand why these folks did what they did. But as we say repeatedly here on the Nefarious Media Network, corporations are not our friends. So I'm not going to take personal. What they want to do to make money is what they do is their business. So I'm not going to get behind it defending it though.
Absolutely. That's what they do, Ray, but that's not what we do, man. Because again, we are about having these truthful, thoughtful, turned up conversations, especially here on the Parlay, especially when we got a returning guest, Ray Williams. Because that lady off the top of the show told you the Parlay is where conversation is the only currency accepted. So let's bring on somebody who has a lot of conversational currency. Friend of the program, 1/3 of the Avengers Initiative. Y'all know her, y'all love her. Give it up for Britney Monae, a.k.a. that lady from the top of the show.
Hi. Oh, my God. It's been, what, like 2-3 months?
It's been a while, Cap. It's been a while.
Yeah.
How you been?
I've been good. I've been opening more at Jitters. So it's put it to where, like, I have to go to bed by, like, a certain time. And then depending on what time I work the day before, I might, like, literally have like maybe an hour or two at home and then it's like time to go to bed and then open. So yeah, that's been my life, but I'm starting to kind of have more different time slots at work. So hopefully that allows me to come back to doing this. But yeah, I've been doing that. I was sick for like 2 weeks, which you probably can't see in my face, but I lost 18 pounds from being sick and not being able to eat. So yeah, I had that going on. And now I'm like, I feel like I have to like, because I don't want to gain those 18 pounds back. So now I'm like, okay, now I really got to watch like my sugar intake and caffeine and all of that. So that's been fun trying to do that. And you know what? I can understand why some skinny people are angry because they're hungry. Like, yeah. But other than that, I'm good. I'm on this new, I guess, journey of that. And yeah, that's kind of it. Okay, how about you guys?
Okay, glad to hear that, Brittany. Glad to hear you're feeling better. But I'm not going to let you, like I said, Ray, this is a truthful network. I can't in good conscience let our dear friend Britney Monae get up on this show, get up on Al Gore's internet and spout untruths, Ray. I'm not going to say lies. That's a little too harsh. But she's spouting untruths, Ray. Yeah, she be working at Jitters and whatnot. Yeah, she wasn't feeling good for a couple weeks. But the real reason, Ray, we got a Micah Parsons situation with Britney Monae. Because I've been asking Britney to come on the show for the last 2-3 months, and Britney's just like, hey, man, everybody else around here is getting paid all these theoretical dollars. These theoretical dollars at Nefarious. I need a few more theoretical dollars. And I'm like, we ain't got no more money in the theoretical budget, Britney Monae. And then she was like, well, I'm holding out till y'all can get me some more money. So Ray had to take a pay cut. We took some of Ray's theoretical money off the table and gave it to Britney. So Britney's back, folks.
Well, we never know. I mean, you never know. She might get hit by a bus and all that money just goes up in smoke. So we had to weigh our options very, very heavily, but we're glad to have her back.
That's a wonderful joke that Brittany doesn't get because she doesn't follow sports. But those of you that do,
I thought it was a Mean Girls reference.
Oh, no.
I mean, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, is kind of like a mean girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really thought it was a Mean Girls reference. I was like, oh, okay, you're just gonna push me like Regina George.
He would be considered a Regina, I think.
Yeah, Jerry Jones would be a Regina, I think. Yeah. Who's your favorite Mean Girl before we get into the topics? Who's your favorite Mean Girl out of the Mean Girls?
Well, I have not seen the musical version, so I'm not gonna go on that. But yeah, I feel like Regina George is just like, yeah, she's really evil, but I don't know. Sometimes the evil character, the meaner characters are always fun. And then, yeah, and then Dominic. Is this his character name Dominic? I can't remember. Oh my god. That might be the actor's name. I can't remember
Which character.
Damien. There we go, Damien. Give me my pink shirt back.
Yes. He was good. Ray, who's your favorite Mean Girl? I know it's a lot of glasses of milk out there, but which glass of milk is your favorite?
Oh well, the original glass of milk for me, it's got to be Amanda Seyfried for aesthetic purposes only.
Purposes only.
For main within that movie because she played like the ditzy girl. So, in terms of the actual character, well, I did love me some Lindsay Lohan, by the way. Anyway, back then, so I think we're like around the same age too. Like, I mean, yeah, gingers, man, gingers. Although I heard gingers are part of the culture, so I don't know if you got that message about a month ago.
I don't know, but look. During this presidency, we are suspending all invites to the cookout. We are suspending all culture cards. And until this man is out of office, we can't accept nobody. I'm sorry, gingers.
That's true.
I love that we all have a different Mean Girl who's our favorite. Because, yeah, like Lindsay was cool. Regina was cool, of course. I liked Janice. Was it Janice?
Yes.
Janice was cool. I like Janice. But my favorite Mean Girl, and maybe it's just because of who played her, because I feel like she should have had a bigger career and like she just kind of disappeared in a vortex somewhere, Ray. I don't even remember the character's name, but Lacey Chabert.
Oh, yeah. Gretchen Wieners.
Yes.
So
Gretchen.
She actually is very popular in the Hallmark movie world because my aunt loves watching those, and she'll be like, "Lacey's in this one if you want to watch it with me." So yeah, she's still doing stuff.
Okay, shout out to Lacey Chabert, man. She was in that Lost in Space movie that nobody watched back in the day.
I watched it a long time ago, but yeah. Remember that.
Lost in Space is a concept that always gets me hype, Ray, but then I watch the thing and I'm just like, yeah. It's like that what was it, Netflix, that they had the Lost in Space series for a little bit.
I think so.
And they tried to get me because Britt, Parker Posey, one of my favorites all time. So they were like, Parker Posey playing the villain on this one. I was like, yes. And I watched it, I was like, like it just wasn't hidden.
You ain't get that. It didn't elicit that Brock Lesnar out of you.
No, it didn't even get a Brock Lesnar reaction out of me. It just was like, man, I wanted you to be good and you just disappointed me. Which may be a segue, Ray, to something we want to talk about real quick. Now, there's no spoilers for this next section, because we're actually going to talk about this in depth next Monday on episode 2 of Super Salad with OG Rachel, myself, and what do you know, Britney's back for that as well. So 2 weeks in a row. Again, the timing is suspicious. She must have got some theoretical money in the bank account today. But we're going to talk, Ray, about the movie who we can't even say the title. You can't even say the title. I told you this last time, Ray, because Michael Giacchino got shooters. You can't even say the name of this film. You got to sing it, Ray. We about to talk about Fantastic Four, man. Came and did his thing opening weekend, and then grand opening, grand closing. They made. Did I read it correctly, Brittany? Did they only make 11 million this past weekend?
I think like here in the United States, yes, I think it wasn't that much, but globally, I think they made 300 million.
Okay.
So globally, I think it's doing like okay. But yeah, and I will say though that day, because this could all play into why maybe I was just like, not here for the movie. I worked at 5:30 a.m. that day till like 1:30. I got home by 2:30. Okay. And then I had like an hour or two to like kind of like chill. I didn't even want to take a nap because I knew I was going to oversleep. And then I had to like leave to meet my friend at the movie theater. And then we probably like the movie didn't actually start, I think, till like 8 p.m., which normally I'm like a late night bird, but when I work these morning shifts, it like messes up my whole like rhythm of the day. So I think I could have been really tired. I want to preface with that. I could have been really tired. So maybe I didn't like it because my brain was like, it's time to go to sleep. You have been up all day, girl. So I could have been that. But like I kind of was saying, I wanted the movie to disprove me being wrong that some of the casting was not it. And I think for me, that's what it was. I think I'll save that, go more into it on when we actually discuss it. But I will say that I think Vanessa Kirby really carried that movie. Like, she's the only one who, her was like, she, and there's one other person I really enjoyed, which I'll again save that for when we go in depth about it. But I think she carried that movie, is all I will say.
And Reed Richards just looking at you like, hey, I ain't had nothing to do with your day, lady. I ain't tell you to go to work. I ain't tell you to stay up, not take a nap. I'm just out here trying to do my thing for my family and my universe. Here's the thing that I'll say about Fantastic Four. Again, no spoilers, but I would just say
hi, Andy.
Shout out to Andy B. Yes, Andy, we finally got Britney's contract straight. So she is back with Nefarious Media. Very, very, you know what it's like, Andy, dealing with these divas, man. Contract negotiations. We had to put purple M&Ms in Britney's locker room, and it's like ain't even no such thing as purple M&Ms. Ray, put some chocolate on some Skittles and keep it moving. Let's fool her. But shout out to you, Andy. We appreciate you, brother. But here's what I'll say about Fantastic Four. Like for the most part, I enjoyed it, man. I'm not, again, like I feel like the thing where every Marvel movie has to be a referendum on Marvel as a whole is stupid. I think some movies are going to hit for people, just like some comics hit for people. And if you don't want to read everything, you don't have to. If you want to read everything and you're a completionist, then go for it. But Fantastic Four for me, obviously, like it's the best Fantastic Four movie in recent memory because that's a very, very low bar, Ray Williams.
Mm-hmm.
But there were moments.
True, yes.
Like there were moments in this movie that I like. I think the movie like just had a fun spirit about it, but then there were moments like Cap is saying where Vanessa Kirby carried a lot of it. And there was a scene in particular, again, I'm not going to go into it, but a scene where I disagreed with her because, again, much in the same way I disagreed with Steve Rogers in Infinity War. Hey, we don't trade lives. I'm like, brother, it's a whole galaxy at stake. If you don't take that stone out that robot's head and keep it moving, brother. There was a scene kind of like that in Fantastic Four. And I'm just like, lady, come on, lady. Get rid, lady. Like you, Sue, come on, Sue. But the speech that she gave, I was like, damn. Okay, I see you, Sue Storm. There's a moment, I think this Johnny is a slightly different Johnny than we've had before. Obviously, we had Michael B. In the last Fantastic Four, Fan Stick, and then we had Chris Evans. Speaking of Cap, we had Chris Evans as Johnny Storm in the early 2000s Fantastic Fours. And this Johnny's a little bit of a different take. He's smarter at some points than the Johnny I'm used to. And then he has a really cool moment near the end of the film that actually like got me a little choked up, Ray. I was like, you know what, Johnny, you all right, brother. I would have did the same thing, man. So like there's some good moments in this. I think the cast is what it is, man. Like I think I don't know if they gave my guy cousin from the Bear. I don't know if they gave him enough. Britt.
He actually, now people are gonna know what my opinions are. Him and Vanessa were my favorite of the movies. The other two, no. And it has nothing to do with like the characterization, what they wrote for Johnny. Was I don't think that role was meant for
that actor
Eddie Munson. I can't remember his real name, but I don't think that role was it should have been someone else. Yeah, that's how I think it should have been someone else. And same with like Pedro, love him, but I don't think that role was also for him either. But yeah,
I can see what you're saying about Pedro. Like I think Pedro did the best he could. Like he Pedro's always gonna give you a good effort.
Yeah, I don't I think it was just like they're good actors, so yes,
Yeah.
they're gonna give you a good performance, regardless of what is on the page. But and maybe it's also now because of what happened, unfortunately, with Chadwick Boseman. Maybe they were like, we can't cast someone who's so iconic in the role that if something unfortunate was to happen, now it's like, recasting is gonna be a big problem. Which I think maybe that's why they're playing it a little bit safe with the casting of maybe Fantastic Four, just in case they do have to like replace the actors, or they decide to have people from different universes be the like, I don't know what they're gonna do with Avengers Doomsday and all that. So I don't know if that was part of the thought process in the casting process of the film, but I do feel like those two were the safer choices for those roles. Everyone loved oh my god, what is his name? Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. Everyone loved him. That's his character's name on Stranger Things. Like, I feel like everyone really loved him in that. I think he was really great in Gladiator too. And so was Pedro. Like, I think it was like, okay, these actors are really hot. Let's cast these two in the role. Which, like, again, it wasn't a terrible performance, but I just wasn't like in love with them how I want it to be. And even though like the ones with like, Chris Evans, Jessica Alba were not, they were great for the type of superhero movies they were doing at that time, but like obviously they weren't like the best. And Chris's Johnny is very one note.
Yes.
In terms of writing, no matter who played that character, it was just very one note. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't have that fun family feeling that you still get from.
So you saying, hold on, Britney Monae, you telling me you're gonna take, I don't even know how to pronounce my man's name, Ian Griffithsums? You take Ian Griffithsums over Pedro?
I think because he comes off more cold-hearted, and I think that sometimes Reed is cold-hearted. I have not read every single Fantastic Four comic, so someone can correct me full on. Like, I'm okay with that. But from like the stuff that I have read, I feel like Reed is sometimes a little bit more cold-hearted, and there's a disconnect. And I feel like because Pedro, and maybe it's because I know more about Pedro as like a person outside of his role, that I'm like, I don't know, he didn't seem as like disconnected and cold-hearted from certain situations, if that makes sense.
He almost felt like his Reed is kind of almost like an absent-minded professor version of Reed in some aspects. I think, again, when you talk about the casting, Brittany, I think, yes, what you said, the Chadwick of it all, that does play a part. But I think the bigger part from Disney's calculation is, we just need somebody to make these white folks happy. We can't take another movie with y'all killing our cast like this, man.
I mean, yeah, that 100% could be true. Thank you, Ray, for letting me know it's Joseph Quinn.
Eddie Munson.
Yeah, Eddie Munson. Yes, that's Joseph Quinn or Johnny Storm. I think the casting was safe, which I understand. They want to try to make as much money as possible because, again, unfortunately, it is a movie industry business and they want to make money. So I understand it, but I just feel like it didn't hit. But again, I could have been really tired that day. There could have been other like factors into it. So I do want to give it another rewatch, but I don't know if I want to pay for it. I might have to wait till it's on like Disney Plus to watch it again. But yeah, because the other movie that I really liked was Superman, which I did not expect to like. I knew it was going to be fun from the trailer, but I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did, like, from actually seeing it. So, and this isn't to do like a pity war, like, DC versus Marvel, because I actually really like Thunderbolts. Like, Thunderbolts and Superman, those were my two superhero movies of the year so far.
Yeah, like I told Ray, because Ray was asked, because Ray don't never be going to these movies. Ray still ain't seen so many movies that he should have been seeing. But Ray was like, What, Ray?
I was gonna say I will. I got two things. I was gonna say I'm thinking about, before I go back into work full time, I'm thinking about getting my Regal on. Getting my Regal on, girl, and doing the I don't know what they call it. Yeah. Like getting the the subscription to where I could go see like 3 movies a week. I'm thinking about probably doing that tomorrow, and then probably going to the matinees and seeing like Fantastic Four, catching up on Fantastic Four and on Superman. But I was going to your point about Reed usually being a little bit more cold, like cold and calculated. I think some people made the same comparison. I don't know if you guys watched the series The Last of Us. Again, another piece of media I haven't seen yet, but I heard good things and bad things back and forth.
First season.
Pedro Pascal is playing the lead role of Joel, and a similar criticism has made is that he's a little bit more softer than what is expected of Joel, who's a little bit more harder around the edges, especially considering what happens to him earlier on within the series or within the video game, if you played the video game as well. So I think that's a similar critique that was made on Pedro Pascal as far as him taking up roles that have been adapted from other either forms of media or other forms or other movies, I should say.
Yeah, I see that, Ray. I think for me, for Pedro, you ever have something, Ray, where it's just like, this ain't what I wanted, this ain't what I needed, but it'll do. Yeah,
it'll do. Yeah.
You ever been like starving, Ray? You ever been starving, man? And you open your refrigerator, and all you got is a Lunchable, dog. I don't know why you a grown ass man, and all you have in your refrigerator is a Lunchable.
Times is hard.
But tariffs, rate them tariffs.
Yeah.
but if all you got in that refrigerator is a Lunchable, that Lunchable could be delicious, right? It could be fulfilling. And I feel like that with Pedro on this one. It's like, Pedro, it was what it was, but it's kind of like, as a whole, I think the movie held together. I think, your enjoyment is going to depend on how much you buy into this family. And I think, like, I definitely bought into Sue and Ben. And I feel like Johnny, it's hard to screw up Johnny. Like, it's hard to, like, again, because Johnny is usually portrayed as a one-note character. So it's like, okay, they did something different with Johnny, a little bit different, not too crazy. I was like, okay, that's cool. But I feel like this film is, and we kind of talked about it when we did the live reaction to the trailer, Cap. Like, I think both of us were just kind of like, okay. And it's like, we wasn't hyped about it, but we also weren't like disappointed. It was just kind of like, okay, that's Fantastic Four.
I want to like, it's not a terrible movie, by the way. I do think it is worth seeing at least once. But yeah, it wasn't in my head the way like Thunderbolts and Superman were really in my head. For, I think Thunderbolts is really that fun team film where they really end up feeling like more like a family. Like as a whole, all of them really did, versus how it feels like only 2 of them are kind of a family. And in Fantastic Four, I don't know, I just really, and I think with Thunderbolts I had the least expectations, even though I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like loads of fun, but it's like that's probably might be the best parts of the movie that's in the trailer, and then you see the whole movie and you're like, but yeah, Thunderbolts like surprised me deeply. Same with Superman. So I think because both of those had more, it felt like there was more heart and care into those movies. Not saying that like Matt, is that the director's name? Not to say that he maybe didn't care, but it didn't have the feeling that I was hoping for. If that makes sense. I don't know. But again, hey, it could have been because Britney was tired and had a long day and, was ready to like go to sleep. So that could have been it.
Cut to Reed Richards like, don't make your problems my problems. I ain't had nothing to do with that. But I think Brittany's right. Like, again, like your mileage is going to vary on this film. I think it's enjoyable, but it's not like top tier Marvel. Not at all.
No.
There is one really cool chase scene in the film, like that kind of takes advantage of the special effects, which look good for the most part in this one. And then we have a post-credit scene, which we won't talk about, that I was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You weren't hyped about that, Cap?
No, and I know some people are saying, oh, there's superhero fatigue. And I'm like, I don't think so, because I think, yeah, maybe some people didn't check out like Superman and Thunderbolts as much because of superhero fatigue. But when you actually go and watch those movies, I feel like Superman and Thunderbolts were just so much fun, and they didn't make me feel like, ugh, great, another superhero movie. Actually watching them, I don't know, something's just missing with Fantastic Four. Like, I feel like it's almost there. And I know they're also trying to cut down on time because so many people complain about how long movies are. But as a girl who likes to do Lord of the Ring marathons, I will say that movie could have been longer. Maybe I would have enjoyed it more. Yeah, I don't know. It was like, it felt like they were trying so hard not to be super funny. And then it's like the seriousness was like, sometimes I was like, this is a little boring at some parts. Because one of the best scenes in Superman is like a 12-minute scene of dialogue. And it is good. And it is one of the like best scenes in the whole movie. So to say that like, lots of talking in a film is going to ruin it. No, if you're doing it right and it's engaging, it's good. So yeah, I think I'm sorry, James Gunn really did it, but James Gunn really did it with Marvel too. So this isn't a Marvel versus D thing. Just James Gunn is good at what he does. Like, regardless of how you feel about him as a person because of those tweets or whatever, James Gunn is really good at what he does. So maybe that's it. That's the thing.
And Superman had to hit. Like, if Superman didn't hit, then that's a wrap for that whole universe, basically.
Right.
Oh yeah.
If Superman didn't hit, so he had to come out and he did the damn thing. Like, to me, Superman was my favorite superhero movie of the year. So followed by, and I'm gonna break it up like this, Ray. I'm gonna do my own designation of categories. So my favorite movie was Superman. My second favorite superhero movie was a tie between Thunderbolts and then the parts of Captain America that was just focused on Sam. My third favorite superhero movie was the rest of the Captain America movie. And then my fourth favorite was Fantastic Four.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How apropos, it was fourth on the list.
Like, which is not to say that it's a bad movie, though. Like, it's not a bad movie. It's just not like this changed everything. It's not that.
No.
Right. And I got a question for you guys, because I think as I was watching some reviews online, some people were they were lauding it as kind of like a return to phase one. Do you guys get that picture where it was less about them trying to build towards the next film in the phase or build towards an upcoming film, and more about going into these characters and telling their stories? Do you guys think that you guys got that kind of feel from it?
I feel like I'm someone who really enjoyed like a good chunk of phase one before, like, obviously you hit to like Avengers. Some people may hate on it, but I love the first Thor movie. That's like literally one of my favorite MCU movies. And the first Avengers actually really great. Me and my little brother, it's our July 4th tradition is we will watch it because it's Steve Rogers' birthday. So we always watch the first Avenger together. So again, seeing it again from recent memory, like those movies are so good. I don't know, like they're also the shorter, I think, movies too, or at least the first Thor is. So yeah, I don't know what it was about Fantastic Four that it was just not 100% there. But again, like I feel like Sue carries, like I know who this Sue is. I love this Sue. I am rooting for her. And I want her to kick everybody's ass who's gonna come up against her. But like the other two, I'm like, if they die, okay, I'm sorry, goodbye. Like,
wow,
they didn't do enough to make me feel for the other two.
I care about.
I don't care about the other two, which is like why I feel like it doesn't feel like a full connected family. Whereas Thunderbolts, you kill any of them, I'm gonna head down to Burbank and go yell at them and be like, "What were you thinking?" I'm gonna pull a Ray what he did last night. Like, what the fuck? But
and Ray, just so you're not confused, when we are talking about the Thunderbolts, we're talking about the new
Avengers. Yep, I get
just,
it.
Just so you're clear, the Thunderbolts are the new Avengers, right? It's not.
And also, I'm sure you would have that reaction about everybody other than Taskmaster. I heard about that one too. I heard about that.
Oh yeah, that was kind of just like you feel bad, but at the same time, the team that you do get is so fun. It's great. Yeah, I love all of them, and I want to protect them all, and Sue and Ben, and then everyone else who's new, they can go bye-bye. Yeah, no. I think Marvel is once again just trying to find its footing and what works. And can I tell you what's actually pissing me off with Marvel right now? I get they're trying to really market the new Spider-Man movie, but I want to be surprised maybe a little bit. Maybe I wanted to wait till the trailer to know what his suit looks like.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just a little like, okay.
Even Tom Holland's like, y'all could have kept that secret for a little while.
Right.
This is me, Tom Holland, saying that.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I am starting to like step away from Marvel in terms of certain things. But you know what? Ironheart was great. Not to completely like make this we hate Marvel show, but Ironheart was so fun. So they are doing some things great, I think.
Yeah, well, and I feel like Fantastic Four, to use a sports metaphor, Ray, Fantastic Four is an approach shot. Like in golf. So like Fantastic Four feels very much like, we know this ain't gonna be a hole in one. We know this ain't gonna be a birdie. We just want to get on the green, and then by the time we get these Russo brothers up in here, that's when we gonna score. You know what I mean? Like, can we just have a safe Fantastic Four movie where we don't have nobody fussing, nobody fighting? We don't have people of color leading this film. Yeah, there's a prominent woman, but she's a white woman. So y'all be cool, be chill. Don't protest my movie. Ain't nothing to do with what's going on in the Middle East in this film. Just watch this damn family, please, so we can get to the Avengers. I think that's what Marvel was saying with this, Cap. And it's just like, it feels like a setup, like not a bad setup, but it feels like we just need to get through this. We can get to where we want to go, and that shouldn't be the feeling I get when I walk out of your movie. But to Cap's point, like, yeah, I think there is something to superhero fatigue, but it doesn't affect me. Like, if you make a good film, I'm gonna watch it. Like,
exactly.
If you out here churning out these, like, not to get on somebody's case, but Sony. You've been hiding, Sony. Like, everybody talking about what James Gunn doing. Everybody talking about is Marvel back? Is Marvel lost? Ain't nobody talking about the real enemy. Sony out here, Ray. Just besmirching the name of Spider-Man and his universe with this damn Craven, with this damn Morbius, with this damn Venom 2 and 3.
Madam Whale.
Hey, no, wait.
What? Who you gonna defend, Cap?
Venom
1 was cool. Venom 2?
Venom is a beautiful trilogy about friendship. And I love me and my mom, my nephew, like we are Venom stans. It just works for, I don't know. Venom was fun. I loved Venom.
The first Venom I loved too, Cap, but that second one with Woody Harrelson, I like, come on.
Hey.
Come on, Sony.
It was camp. Maybe because I watched so much Drag Race, and I'm like, camp. But I love Venom. It's fun. Yeah, Venom was fun. Craven, if you like to look at Aaron Taylor Johnson, that movie is for you. But if you actually care about what's happening in the movie, that movie is not for you. So I was very conflicted because I love to look at Aaron Taylor, but I'm like, oh no, this movie is so bad. It's such a bad movie. And then I watched Madam Web on the plane to Greece, and my little brother was like, I'm not that bored, because me and him were next to each other, and he's like, I'm not that bored, I'm not gonna watch it. And I'm like, I'll watch it for you, I'll let you know. And I was like, yeah, this movie is not it.
No. And Morbius, Morbin time out here. That Morbin. How dare you bring my man Michael Keaton in for this foolishness? Like, what are we doing, Sony?
Yeah.
You're making all these bad Spider-Man movies, Venom aside. Why don't you concentrate on finishing damn Into the Spider-Verse, man? Like I don't want to be 20, 30 and I'm finally watching this trilogy. Like just have Haley and Shamik record in separate booths and get this damn movie out, man.
Right.
Quit playing.
Have her do remotely from home. She don't have to deal with it.
When the first movie came out, Ray, my youngest niece was like 5 years old. By the time the third movie come out, she's gonna be 25, Ray. What the hell?
She gonna be through college, got her degree and everything.
Like, damn, get it together, Sony. Get it together. But any final thoughts on F4, Britt?
I just have to say Vanessa Kirby, she's that girl. She really did that. I really liked her, and I think the movie's called Pieces of a Woman. So yeah, I think she's actually really one of the better actresses who are in her age range, because I always think she's mine, but then again, she might be a little bit older than me. I don't know. But yeah, I do think there's good things about the movie. The one guy was really fun. The mole guy, I can't remember his name. But every time that actor shows up and stuff, he's always fun to watch. Like, he's ridiculous in Cobra Kai. If you've seen enough Cobra Kai to know like who that is, like he's ridiculous in that. So I think there are things about the movie that work and that are fun. That they obviously did better than what the other Fantastic Four movies did. But I think that at least the OG ones from like 05, those what they did better was it did feel like a family at the end of the day. Like all four of them felt like a family. So I just want that feeling again. So maybe seeing them in other stuff, I'll feel different. But yeah, I was a little disappointed, but not disappointed to where I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah, I would say my last thoughts on Fantastic Four, spoiler free, because we're gonna spoil the hell out of it next week. It's decent, man. It's a good time, man. You know, just go watch it and see. Make up your own mind, Ray. It ain't as good as Superman. Probably ain't as good as Thunderbolts. Probably not even as good as the Sam Wilson parts in Cap 4. Again, the rest of that movie I ain't got nothing to do with, but the Sam Wilson parts I will stand by all day. But I think again, it's a necessary movie to get us to where we need to go. And I am excited for like to see if the Russo brothers still got the juice. See if RDJ still got the juice. See if they can run it back one more time when we get to Doomsday and Secret War. So like I'm still hyped for Marvel. Like you said, Britt, there's still some good stuff going on, like Ironheart. I'll probably check out the Eyes of Wakanda sometime this week to see how that series is. But it just feels like Marvel is still trying to find its vision. And not Paul Bettany, because he right over there. But it feels like they're trying to find like the vision for this universe going forward. And they got a lot of moving parts, because now we got the Fantastic Four. Pretty soon we're going to have these X-Men up in here. And it's like, okay, let's try to tell a cohesive story. And maybe that's what the Russo brothers are here to do. Like, let's get everything straight. Look, we put everything straight for you last time after Endgame, and then you messed it all up. Let's put everything straight again this time. Don't mess it up again. But yeah, go watch it, man. Go catch a matinee. Catch a matinee of Fantastic Four with your popcorn and your overpriced sodas. And if you like the movie, great. If you don't like the movie, blame Britney Monae. It's like, wait a minute.
No, but I feel like that is a good piece of advice I always give people is like always go see a movie and make your own decisions, because like it's okay if you don't agree with any of your favorite podcasters or people who actually are like film journalists. Like it's okay if you don't agree with them. Or if you end up agreeing with them, that's totally okay. But like if there's a movie that you're interested in seeing, go see it. Just because the way things are in the industry, so many people are waiting for stuff to hit streaming service. Like, go see it at least once in theaters. Support films as much as you can, because they're going to start doing weird AI stuff with movies if they feel like that's not working, which they already kind of are. So go support film and TV where you can, if you can. Assuming you have the means to, because it's important. And yeah. Just inform your own opinion. Even if you disagree with me and you think my opinions are stupid, that's totally valid and fine. Like at the end of the day, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, who knows? This may be your favorite movie of the year. It wasn't mine or wasn't Brittany's, but it may be your favorite movie of the year, Ray Williams.
It might be. like you say, always keep an open mind. I think same thing with video games. I think it was this one video game. I think there were two different reviewers. One said, "Oh, it's my sleeper favorite. I love this video game." And the other reviewer said, "I hate this game. I physically injured myself while playing this game. I never want to see it again." So yeah, you gotta make your own decisions. Go ahead and go into it with an open mind.
And I also want to take the time real quick for this to say there's a lot of things we love about the younger generation, Cap. You know, a lot of good kids out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that y'all kids have done that is inexcusable, unforgivable, is the way you have ruined the meaning, the true meaning of some of these words out here. For instance, Ray, mid.
Oh yeah.
Back in my day, you know, not that I smoked or anything like that, but back in my day, mid grade was, hey, it ain't the best, it ain't that killer thriller, it ain't dirt, it'll take care of you. And now when kids say mid, they really mean terrible. And it's like there is no like everything's either the best or it's the worst. And when they say worst, they mean they say mid, but that's not actually what they mean. It's like it's okay to have a mid film. Most of the films we watched when we was kids was mid.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of Hollywood is mid, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It means that, like, hey, your mileage may vary on whether you enjoy it or not. So kids, you know, not to be the old man on the stoop, the kids, if you say mid, make it mean what it means. Mean what you say and say what you mean. You young whippersnappers, young Thundercats.
Oh my, that's crazy.
But yeah, mid used to mean like, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Now it's like mid is terrible. Like, no, it's actually not. But here's something that may be a mid question, because it was something I was thinking about last night, and I got to give you a little backstory on this, Ray Williams. So last night we had our SummerSlam watch party. It was a fun time had by all until the very end when Ray was like, "What the fuck?" That was a spot on Ray Williams impression. But after the show, had me a couple drinks. I was watching Pollock and Ting do their review of the show. Had me a couple drinks, and I was texting with one of my exes. I don't have as many exes as Chris, but I was texting with one of my exes. And like we in a good place now, man. We cool. You know, we talk from time to time. And you know, she was telling me about her daughter and like what her daughter was doing. I'm like, oh man, that's cool, man. She's really grown up. Because that's like one of the things that, you know, things happen in relationships, man. But one of the things that always made me feel bad about that relationship not working out was I had really grown attached to the kids. And so I felt like I had let them down. And so like we were just talking, man, and just like, yeah, you know, like we're really good friends, but this ain't never gonna go nowhere again. Like we both know that. But I was just thinking, I was like, yo, what if it did? Like not to like say that I wanted to be in a relationship, but it's just like, what if we did? Because you know my mind goes crazy places, Ray, when I be on that gummy and that drink. And I was like, what if we got back together and we got married, and now your kids who are adults, I was their stepfather. The question then becomes, Ray, as a step parent to grown children, do you have any obligation to be a parent to those children? Like if these kids are older than, like, let's say 20, if your stepchildren are older than 20, do you have any obligation to be a step parent to them? Like what are the rules and regulations on that, Britney Monae?
Well, I am not a parent, so I don't know, but I feel like at least like be a good source of like light in their life. I don't know. I'm not saying like you have to like be like, you know, constantly on their decisions, because you know you make mistakes. Even people who are like in their 60s still make mistakes. So it's not like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like don't be the reason why they hate life more than anything. I don't know. Or be like disappointed that you're with their parent. I don't know. Just be a good person. Be good to them. You don't have to like, I think you don't need to over spoil them maybe, but you also, I don't know, don't want to treat them like dirt, I guess. I don't know if I have the right vocabulary in my mind for it, but I'm just like, I don't know, just be good to them.
Yeah.
What about you, Ray? Ray, we know you neglect your own kids to do these
Oh,
podcasts.
stop it.
So, you're as wonderful a producer as you are a terrible father. Like, it's the yin and yang of Ray Williams, man, and we appreciate the sacrifice your family is making for this. But Ray, like, what do you think about that, man? Because I was just thinking, it's like, so, like, yeah, if I roll back into this relationship, the kids is like, I think the oldest is like 28, and then the youngest is like 20, and it's like, how do I reach these kids, Ray? How do I reach these kids?
Well, I think in terms of when you mentioned obligation, I think it's all up to the actual your partner and the I think it's up to the partner and it's up to the actual kids, and I just think it's the relationship that you're developing with them and the rapport that you're developing with them. And I also think is like you shouldn't try to force anything, especially if they're already adults. Like they're like, oh, I got my daddy already. You ain't my daddy. And so and so, but at the same
hey, I'd be like, hey, you know what? That may be the case. But I'm not a stepdaddy. I'm not your stepdaddy. I'm the daddy that stepped up.
Right.
Oh Lord.
But I think
if
it's
you don't
also...
get your Russell Wilson ass out of here.
Well, I think like you can make that balance, but you can also be like, I may not. Well, I'm a stepfather, but I'm not gonna be a stepmat. Like I'm not gonna be a doormat to where you're gonna treat me any kind of way. Like I understand that. I understand that you got your, and it's a similar thing that I kind of gotta make like apparent with the students that I teach as well, because they're like high school age and so. But it's like on one hand, like of course I'm not going to have the type of relationship that you have with your parents, but on the other side, like we still going to have a mutual respect for one another, and I'm still going to be here as a resource if you need me to be here. But I'm not going to tolerate any disrespect, and I'm definitely if you talk about your mom, if you talk bad about your mama, I ain't going to just sit around it. Just that's my queen. They might be your mom, that's my queen. You ain't gonna be talking to my queen in the kind of way. So so I think you can find a balance, and again you can only go as far as the children want to go with you, as far as developing that relationship, and as far as the actual inherent parent, your partner, wants to go with them. So
let me take some notes, Ray. Hold on. So just in case I get into a relationship in the near future with a girl that has kids, so I may be your step daddy, but I'm not no step Matt. That's good. That's good shit, Ray. That's good shit, dog. That's a good line. And then I'm gonna hit him with the 1-2 combo. Be like, hey, I'm not just a stepdaddy. I'm the daddy that stepped up.
Combined.
And I may be a stepdaddy, but I'm not a step Matt.
Right.
Watch your step. Like take your first steps, Fantastic Four. Like now you done gone off the rails, brother.
Right.
No, I think that's
don't let your first steps be your last steps. Keep playing. Keep playing.
That's not bad advice, right? It's not bad advice. But I think, and again, in this particular situation, I don't think that would be into account, just because I already had some sort of relationship with the kids when they were kids. So it'd be like, oh, this guy's back. Okay, we kind of remember this guy. But yeah, like it just hit me last night. I don't know why, but I just got tickled, Cap, just by the idea, like telling somebody who's like 28, like, hey, go to your room, son. Like, I don't think that's how it works now. Like, actually, you and mom are in my house now, so you go to your room, stepdad. Touche, my nigga, touche. This is the kind of things I think about sometimes when it's like I've been talking for 4 hours and now I'm just on this gummy and this drink. It's like, I wonder what it'd be like to be a stepfather to adult children.
Mm.
And now we know, and no one is half the battle. Uh,
Indeed. G.I. Joe.
Ray Williams. We talked a little bit about what Britney's been going through lately, man. You know, besides the contract negotiations, just being busy at the job, and just dealing with life, man, and losing all this weight, getting her summer body right. But Ray Williams, what you been up to, man?
Well,
besides
not
not being a father.
Just stop it.
Ray's like, I saw him 2 weeks ago, man. Give me a break.
Just keeping up with the wrestling, as you guys would know. We had our watch party for SummerSlam Night 2 last night, and like you mentioned off the top, everything for the first 3.5 hours, it was all good, and then something at the end kind of not ruined it, but kind of tempered the sales a little bit, but it was all right. But just enjoying wrestling, and then trying to enjoy as much as my summer break as possible before we go back in a couple weeks. So yeah, that's all I've been doing. And of course, trying to help you out with our drive for 500. So
Hunnit. Yeah, speaking of drive for 500, you know what? Again, not to harp on Britney's greediness and selfishness, but Britney does a lot of hard work here for us in Nefarious. Ray does a lot of hard work. I do hard work here. Gerard and Jay do hard work over at Ring Theory. Chinyere Okafor does hard work. Steve Willie, OG Rachel, Andrew Thompson. I think that's it. Chris. I almost forgot Chris. The Professor Chris from LA. He's going to send me a strongly worded email. How could you forget me? But yeah, we all do a lot of hard work here at the network, man. Besides having full jobs and having lives and having children that we don't see, we do a lot, man. And we want y'all to help us out, man. If y'all got the dime, y'all got the time, $5 at patreon.com/Nefarious Media Network is going to go a long way towards allowing us to do more things. Like, one of the first things I want to do is hire a full-time producer. I also would like to make some things exclusive for the Patreon. Like, we got Kung Fu Island. That's going to be a Patreon exclusive. Season 2 is coming out with me and Brent Chittenden. Whenever the Avengers initiative assembles again, that'll be a Patreon exclusive. But I want to do more stuff. We got SBF Extra on the Patreon, but I want to make it feel like I know you're getting your money's worth anyway, because there's over 300 hours of audio and video, but I want it to feel special for you guys and girls that are helping us out, because we really do appreciate it. But then after that, I'd like to put some money in some people's pockets. Namely people like Ray, namely people like Britt, Jay, and Gerard, for the time that they give here at the network, man. Chris gets no money. Chris is getting $0, Chris. When we make it big, you getting $0, brother. But everybody
that
else
book advanced. He'll be all right with that book advanced.
Right, you got a whole book coming out, brother. You don't need us.
Congrats, Chris! If you hear this, I didn't know he had a book coming out.
Yes, he's got a book coming out, Britt. A book that he's had to rewrite a couple times because a certain somebody got elected. Yes. So I'm excited for Chris's book. One of his chapters is like something in the fuckery, like, and this is a political book, and it's like such and such person and the fuckery.
Yeah, I think you mentioned Peter Thiel.
Yes, Peter Thiel and the fuckery of the right.
Yeah,
I believe it's the chapter name, which is wild. But yeah, shout out to Chris. But back to the drive for 500. If y'all dig what we're doing, man, we're doing bigger stuff, man. We trying some things out. I think this is the first episode on Nefarious that is going live to IG. So salute to everybody on IG that's watching, man. But
if you're still watching,
Britney pissed off so many Marvel stands. They're like, you know what? I can't watch this. How dare she talk about our Fantastic Four?
I love Marvel, and I want that because they were like dominating that. It's so sad to like see some of it not be where it is. But they've done some projects that really like surprised me and were my favorite that I didn't think would be. Like Werewolf by Midnight is still something that I think Marvel did so well, and I even though that is like 45 minutes, it's like the best thing that they've done in like I don't know how long, so that's still probably my number one list. Number one for like the stuff they've done in the last like 5 years, maybe. Like that's number one for me right now. Still,
but it's like every year, and that's why I don't buy into the idea that Marvel is dead. Like, are they in a period of transition? Absolutely. But every year since Endgame, they've had at least one thing that is hit. Whether you're talking about Loki, whether you're talking about WandaVision, whether you're talking about Daredevil, whether you're talking about X-Men 97, like they've had at least one thing that hit. No Way Home, Deadpool and Wolverine, or Daredevil and Wolverine, as Britney Monae likes to call it. Like they've had one thing that's hit every year. Now the question is, this year, you may have a different idea of what hit than Britney has, and a different idea than what I have, because this is the one year I would say where it's like, there's some things that, but Daredevil was this year though.
Yes.
So there you go. Every year since Endgame, they've had at least one thing that's hit. So I don't think Marvel is dead.
I don't think Marvel's dead either. They're, like we have been saying, they're just trying to find their footing, and I think they will. But yeah, I think when they have more of a, we're just gonna.
Agatha was last year. Agatha was great.
Oh, Agatha was fantastic. Talk about fantastic. I really loved Agatha. And if they really are doing is it called Sorcerer's Academy? I'm so like, I don't know what the name is that they're throwing around. People know, correct me. They're apparently doing a show like with like Doctor Strange and all of that. And the girl who appears on Ironheart, I cannot think of her name. God bless her. I would love to like see her come back. She was so fun. Oh my God, what was her character's name? But yeah, I feel like there's some things that Marvel is doing that I'm looking forward to, and some people I'm excited to see again, even if like, it's just for like 2 seconds.
Ray, earmuffs, Ray, earmuffs for like 10 seconds. We got Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto in this joint.
Oh, I know. Gosh.
Sasha, Mephisto.
Yes. There's some things that I will talk about offline about that person, but yeah, I think that was actually a really good like casting choice.
Yes.
Amazing.
You can take your earmuffs off, Ray. We were just talking about how much we love the Thunderbolts, but they're really the new Avengers, right? They're the new Avengers. Don't let the asterisks fool you. What did you think about that real quick, Cap? Because we never had a chance to talk about that. I found it hilarious because I saw Thunderbolts like the second night it was out. But I understand if you waited a week or two, you'd be like, come on, man. Because they spoiled the hell out their own movie within 48 hours.
I know. I literally was very lucky, and I saw it either the Friday night or Saturday morning. So I saw it where it was like before they decided to go like, yeah, we're spoiling it. Which I thought was really funny that it ended like that, and that's where it was. And I think maybe that's also why Thunderbolts really worked the first time when I saw it. Like, it was so fun. I am a Ghost truther. I was so excited to see her back. And there's a couple of me, I like romance in my stuff. So there's a couple of ships, even though some people are like, they're just friends. I'm sorry, but whatever. There's some people that I ship in that movie. There's 2 ships that I have. But yeah,
Val and Alexi.
What? not you and your crack ships. Your ships are so insane. Oh my God.
I like the CIA lady. She's not honest, but she's hot.
Yeah, you might have something there. You actually might have something there. I think this holds more weight than your other crack ships.
Than Amanda Waller and Agent Odell from Black Lightning.
Yeah, I think this one might carry. This might be the one for you, Nate.
Alexi and Valexi.
Look, there you go. You got a good ship name, Valexi. I just enjoyed Thunderbolts. It was just so much fun. And I think
Yeah.
it was so funny because they also did the marketing, like, hey, this is from the people who did this from A24. Like, they were listing all the people who worked on A24 films or were in A24 films, which I thought was really funny. And then you go see the movie, and it's fun. It's just such a fun movie. I really think that was the one that Marvel leaned into the fun in terms of letting, I think, the creative team do what they want. But then they didn't market it as well as like Fantastic Four.
No.
And then Fantastic Four was like, it didn't deserve the level of marketing it got compared to Thunderbolts. And it's kind of like frustrating. And from, I think, studios across the board, it's like you'll see them put marketing into something that they believe in, and then you see it and you're like, really? This is the thing that you were like pushing? And then something else that maybe they weren't as like, excited about is the thing that's really good. And you're just like, okay. So I don't know, but I think Marvel will come back around and be like, doing its thing.
Yeah, like as like first of all on Thunderbolts, like Thunderbolts was a surprise to me, Ray. Not just because they were the new Avengers, but because like I really dug the movie. Like my only quibble with Thunderbolts is the post-credit scene makes no sense. Like Bucky and Sam wouldn't get down like that. I don't believe you, movie.
Yes, that part, yeah.
But in terms of like Marvel in general, like people can say what they want to say. They're gonna be in the theaters for this damn Doomsday. Like they're gonna be in the theaters for Doomsday. They're gonna be in the theater for Spider-Man. So it's like it's ebbs and flows.
Pissed me off. Like I'm like, hey, like I said, Fantastic Four, like I was already like me, but I'm gonna try to go into it with an open mind and have fun. I'm still gonna go in there and hopefully have fun and enjoy something. Like there is going to be something that I know I'm still going to find enjoyment from.
Britney's gonna be in the front row for Doomsday, just arms folded, like, okay, movie, impress me.
And the
Russo brothers like, damn, lady, we just trying to make a living.
But I feel like there's some people that are coming, at least cast wise. There's some people that I'm like looking forward to seeing again. And
you ain't excited for these X-Men?
The returning X-Men, yes, I am. Oh yeah. Speaking of someone that we did not talk about, Julian McMahon passed away, who was
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. He's my Dr. Doom.
Yes. He was a good Doom.
Like really, I actually was like sad that he died. I like cried like a little bit. Not like I cried when Naya passed away, but I did cry a little bit because, like, I remember he was so good and he was on Charmed, which is like, little bits of my childhood in teenage years. But yeah, speaking of like, it kind of makes me sad that like we don't have someone who is like he could pass the torch to, because I don't count RDJ. I'm sorry, I'm still not on board with that casting. Again, they can prove me wrong. You know what I mean? There's so room for them to prove me wrong, but no.
Let me float a theory your way, Cap, because one of the things that I think helped and hurt Marvel, particularly during the pandemic era, was the idea of these theories that the fans had and the audience had, particularly during WandaVision. But I saw a theory, and obviously, I think we all kind of know that RDJ is just going to be doomed for a little bit. And then there'll be another Doom. This theory I saw was like, wait a minute, what if Riri Williams ends up being this universe's Dr. Doom? What do you think about that, Cap? She got the magic. She got the technology.
I feel like it's a weird thing, because I was hoping they would cast someone who's actually of Romani descent to play Doom, because that is what ethnically he would be. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I don't hate it.
Yeah. That's how I was thinking about it, Cap. I don't hate it. I don't know. She obviously can't be Victor Von Doom because she's already Riri Williams. But it's like, if we are making a Doom from scratch, it's Victoria Von Doom. If we're making a Doom from scratch, Like, and Riri's got this deal with the devil. Spoiler alert, Ray. It happened in the last episode. Like that pushes her down this path. I think it could be interesting. I just don't know how it would work universe-wise, Cap.
Yeah.
But I also know, like, even more so than that, if you make Riri Williams Dr. Doom, them fanboys gonna never sleep. They're gonna stay up on the internet 24/7,
Oh no.
365. What are you doing, Kevin Feige? Replacing a great white man like Victor Von Doom with this jigaboo? Like, sir, ain't no need for all that.
Well, Victor Romani, they're like not entirely white. It's
They don't know that, Brittany.
Yeah, but you know, whatever. It's like a weird like topic to probably get into because I myself am not fully like informed on it, so I'm not going to speak more. But I just know that like it should probably be a Romani actor if like you're going to cast someone else. If you're going to be like, oh yeah, he's not the real Doom. But like as a whole, I do like Robert Downey Jr. I want to make that clear. I'm not like a RDJ hater. I just think it's so like it feels like a safe choice once again because they're like, well, we need to make money. We haven't like had something to make money like we wanted to. Which I understand that, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, do something fun. But you know what? I do love RDJ because I love me some Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Yeah. I am someone who loves Tropic Thunder. I know some people like that movie is so problematic. I don't care. That movie is fun.
Yes. Tropic Thunder has the best DVD commentary track in the history of DVD commentary tracks, Ray. Because RDJ takes a joke from the movie and plays it through the entire commentary track where he's like, I don't break character until I do the DVD commentary, kid. And he's in character throughout the whole commentary until like the last 2 seconds where he's like, this has been Robert Downey Jr. Have a good night. Like this man, Ray Williams. The only negative thing I can say about RDJ Cap is he did Terrence Howard dirty. Other than that, I love me some RDJ.
Yeah. Yeah, I love RDJ too. But I don't know, I'm just excited to see like Namor come back. Who else I want to see come back? Gosh, there's like just so many people. James Marsden is back. Like I love me some James Marsden.
Yeah.
So there's
that's one thing real quick, Britney Monae, were you mesmerized by the whole 8 hours of them chairs when they were showing like the cast for the Avengers movie for the Doomsday?
I was at work. I was at work when that was going on, but I remember trying to click on it. I'm like, what? These are just backs of chairs. And I didn't even read like the names. So I was just like, why are people watching this? What is wrong with people? So I just
4 hours.
I just like, because I was on my break at work and I'm like, I'm just like getting out of this because I don't know what's happening. And I was like, I'm sure someone will show like the cool thing. And then it's just like Robert Downey Jr. walking at the end. And then when I finally realized it was the names of everyone, I was like, oh, okay. But I still wouldn't have watched that for 4 hours.
The whole thing, yeah.
It was so crazy because I was at work too. And I remember like I had either tweeted something or went on IG. And it was like, this is crazy because you got people sitting watching this for 4 hours. And it's not like the camera is panning at a steady pace. It's like the camera just like
creeping.
And they just playing this stock Marvel soundtrack behind it. And then finally Robert Downey Jr. at the end, he's like, all right, folks, see you in 2026. Like, okay, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, that's the thing, though. Right, yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he showed up like they're like, all right, Robert, come on in, man. It's like 2 seconds before we shut off the stream. All right, folks, bye. I'm Dr. Doom, y'all. That's what he said right before he left. I'm Dr. Doom, y'all.
I'm Dr. Doom, y'all.
That's gonna be his catchphrase in Doomsday. Who is this villain? Bucky, do you know who this villain is? I don't know. Sam, I don't know who this is, Buck. I'm Dr. Doom, y'all.
The Avengers will return. Just straight to black.
So
he takes off the mask. I'm Dr. Doom, y'all.
Oh no, this thing I was gonna bring up is a spoiler for Fantastic Four. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Go ahead. You talking about the post credit?
No, something within the movie.
Go ahead. I'm probably gonna see it either
Ray's not gonna
tomorrow or
see it.
sometime this week. Yes, I will.
I am curious as to if RDJ is that universe's that particular universe, because I know there's a whole bunch of universes obviously that we're going to be dealing with, but if he's that particular universe's Doom, just because there's a part where they're like having like a UN type of like thing going on, and then the chair for Latveria is open.
Not Latvia.
Latveria.
Yes, we had this conversation on Daredevil.
Yes, we did. That was that was a fun day. That chair is like open and no one is there, so I'm just like, I wonder if it's supposed to be Victor Von Doom sitting there, and because they have not either they haven't cast that particular universe as one, or it is RDJ. They just were like, we don't want to distract the movie with like people seeing his face, which, you know, I think that was a smart choice if that's why he's not there. But I'm just curious as to like which universe does RDJ belong to, which I know we'll get that answer in Avengers Doomsday. So, you know, to say that Marvel doesn't have people hooked, they do, because I have questions, and I'm obviously going to go see the movie to find out whether or not I like the answers. That's a whole different story. But they know they are getting money from me. So anyway, Marvel will have my money.
My theory, Cap, is I feel like that chair is reserved for Victor Von Doom, but it's not RDJ's Dr. Doom. I think whoever is sitting in that chair is not Dr. Doom yet. But I think maybe the next time we see, like, well, not the next time, because that'll be Doomsday, where RDJ's like, I'm Dr. Doom, y'all. Remember my catchphrase? But whenever we get through this cycle with this Avengers, I think that Dr. Doom that is going forward is going to end up having some connection to that chair from that universe.
Yeah. I can't. I'm excited to see how this will unfold. I really want to be pleasantly surprised by Marvel. Make me happy again all the time. Not just there was a moment where everything was like, ooh, this hits. Even when some other people were like, this movie sucks, I was like, I don't care. I'm having fun. But yeah, I feel like it's been a moment since I've really like enjoyed every single little thing that Marvel has put out. And I would like to be back in that era. But, you know, it is what it is.
And the thing is, even like, I think there's two things going on, Cap. There's number one, the people who are viewing these movies are 10, 15 years older than they were when this series first started. Yeah. And I could tell you, Ray Williams, as an adult, the things that you enjoy, you still enjoy them, but you don't enjoy them the same way you did when you were a kid, when you were in your 20s. Like the enjoyment's not the same because life ain't the same. And so there's something about these movies, like the magic trick of these movies is it still works to some extent, but it's not like, I've never seen that trick before. Because after 12 years of these movies, we've seen pretty much all the tricks you can show us until you show us a new trick. Like, I'm Dr. Doom, y'all. Like, that's a new trick, right? We ain't seen that one before. But I think the other part, Cap, is the further away we get from phase one, people tend to look back with rose-colored glasses.
Yes.
Because phase one, phase two was obviously hot. Phase one had some great moments. Phase three had some great moments. But I think people think like, oh, there was nothing but bangers. It was nothing but bangers, Britt. Like Thor: The Dark World and some of them Ant-Mans. Like,
I liked the first Ant-Man a lot. My favorite part of Ant-Man 2 is Ghost, because I was very excited to see her back in Thunderbolts. But yeah, I do think there are some things that like just did not hit in the earlier phases, but I don't think it was as like it didn't hit. I feel like even when it didn't hit, it didn't feel as like a blow, I would say, as compared to Marvel now. When they miss, it feels like a blow, if that makes sense. I don't know how to.
Yeah. And I think part of that is just the way people are on social media now, where there's this culture war, and Marvel and Disney is a part of the culture war. And so there are people like back in the day, if an Ant-Man movie sucked, like I'm the opposite of Britney. Like, I liked Ant-Man 2 more than I like Ant-Man 1, particularly for Ghost and for Lawrence Fishburne's Bill Foster. But it's like even Ant-Man 1, I was like, that was cool. You know, it was mid-Ray, the proper use of the word mid for me. But I feel like now you got people actively rooting for these movies to fail because they're trying to push this woke agenda. We'll show you Hollywood. I don't know who that was, but he was very upset about this movie. The only part of that movie I liked, Ray, was when RDJ said, "I'm Dr. Doom, y'all." I like that part. I need this to be a thing now. Like, just make it.
I'm Dr. Doom.
Throw it in RDJ, just like, "I'm Dr. Doom, y'all." Like, whoo, he said it. He said it. But yeah, I think, like, and I think another thing with Marvel, Brit, is the output, the amount of stuff they've been putting out, particularly since the pandemic. Like they're trying to get a handle on that now, but it's just like if you put out 4 movies and 3 television shows a year, you're not going to have all of them be hits. And so if you hit it 70% on that, like that's still a winning percentage, but because you got 30% that the audience is just like, I don't know. It feels like this phase wasn't a hit, but it's just like
I think also when 2 of the ones that didn't hit for the most part were their movies, you know, the movies that actually were released into theaters. Like, I think Thunderbolts, I think it was actually good, even though maybe it didn't make as much money as they were hoping it would kind of make. I think Thunderbolts, though, is the best thing that they did creatively out of the movies that came out. Like, I don't have any, like, major critiques where I'm like, you know, if you did this and this better, it would. No, I don't have anything to say like that about Thunderbolts. I enjoyed it. My only thing is I would say I wish that there was more merch for Ghost. You know, that's my only thing. But like other than that, I feel like, you know, that's a different, I think, side. But the actual movie itself is fine. But yeah, I feel like Brave New World, the stuff that didn't work was not Anthony Mackie's fault. At all. I don't think he was the reason why the movie was terrible. Not terrible, but like I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, damn.
I don't know.
Like, damn.
I just think a lot of people are in that mindset the movie's terrible. I think there was stuff that worked about it, like the Isaiah Bradley stuff works really well.
Say how you really feel.
Hey.
You didn't like the part at the end where Harrison Ford was like, "I'm Red Hulk, y'all."
Now,
He did the thing.
What's his name was not the camp counselor from Holes. He was just not it in that movie.
Camp counselor from Holes.
Yes, the one who asked Zero if he can spell dig. Can you spell dig? D-I-G. Anyways, Holes is a great movie, by the way. If you guys want to go support something Disney,
It had a good soundtrack.
Yes,
a Disney movie I have seen that came out.
Oh, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
Ray's actually seen something.
I know. But yeah, I like how this ended up turning into us talking about Marvel. I think it's because me and you, Nate, have not talked about Marvel together in so long that's where this podcast became a Marvel podcast. But yeah, I don't know what else like there is to talk about because I don't think you guys watch Buccaneers. It's for people who have Apple TV and you like
thank you, Ray. Ray got it. You said you don't watch Buccaneers, and I said Baker Mayfield.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
The quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Football. Yeah, football.
Oh, football. I thought you guys were talking about like pirates, like arr, mateys. Because my aunt thought it was a pirate show, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's like Bridgerton, but Apple TV's version.
That old buddy from Dodgeball. Arr, I'm Steve the Pirate.
Hey, I love that guy.
That's isn't that my man Alan Tudyk?
Yeah. I know
everything.
He's everything. He is such a great actor because like everything he's done, even if like the project itself was not great, he wasn't the issue. He's always fun.
He was in Superman.
He did a voice in the new one.
He was the robot number 4.
Oh,
he was the voice for number 4. I think at the end of the movie he was Gary. He gave him a name. He was Gary.
Yes, he said he wants to be called Gary. Yes.
Yeah, that was Alan Tudyk.
I love him. He really he does a voice in Frozen. He does a voice in Wreck-It Ralph. He's in
that Resident Alien show. Have you seen that, Britt?
Is it already out?
Yeah, it will. So what they on Friday night.
I'm thinking of something else.
So Resident Alien is Alan Tudyk, where he's an alien that gets crash landed on Earth, and he's trying to hide that he's an alien. And then in one part, he gets his power stolen, then he gets him back. But it comes on after wrestling on Friday. So sometimes I'll forget to change the channel, and then I'll previously on Resident Alien, and it's I'll always watch the first 15 minutes. Good job, Alan Tudyk. Now I'm gonna watch something else, but it seems like a good show.
I thought you were talking about because there is I don't know if it's out yet. It's going to be on FX, or if it is, it's a part of the Alien, as in the Sigourney Weaver franchise. There's
Alien Earth.
There we go. I thought you were referencing that for a minute. I'm like, oh, he's in that. That's gonna be even more fun. I was like, yeah.
Maybe it's a crossover. They're we came for you.
Because I was already excited to see that. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't been watching a lot of stuff because working mornings is a whole different ball game than especially because you have to deal with people who are commuting to work, and you gotta and because there's so many people coming through at that time, there's more drinks, and you gotta make them faster, and because sometimes the customers are waiting, you have to customer connect more, and that can be very draining. Customer connecting in the morning is a whole different ball game than when the store is gonna close, and people are just I just want my sweet treat and leave me alone, so it is a whole different ball game. So yeah, I feel I haven't been watching as much cool stuff as I would like to say. Sorry, guys.
There was a customer at work the other day, man. It's funny. We were getting ready to close again, Ray, and he showed up 5 minutes before we closed. Hey man, I got a flat tire. Da 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 da. Hey man, the air pump, the air compressor's turned off. We can take you next door, get you a patch. You can patch it that way in the parking lot, or there's a used tire spot across the street. They may be able to help you out. But your sign says you don't close until 7. And so I had to tell him no and get the hell out, but I had to do it in a professional way, Ray. And I was yeah. I was this is why it's always good. You can scapegoat the company. It's hey, brother, if this was Nate's shop, I would help you all day, man. I work for these people on the front of my chest, man, and they told me I have to cut the compressors off 5 minutes before we close. It's a safety thing. The EPA, tariffs, Trump, all that, man. Good luck, brother. Be safe out there. Click, click, and lock the door on his ass. Man, if you don't, it's 7:45. Talking about, I got a flat tire. If you don't go home, nobody got time for this on a Wednesday, brother.
And you made sure to cut the open light off, like you were talking about before.
That's my little technique when I close, Britt. I make sure I leave one light open, one light on over the pods we have to work in, but then I start strategically at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, start turning off all the lights in 10-minute intervals. And so then by the time it's 7:30, it's just the one light over the desk. So technically I'm still open, but it looks closed.
Yeah, we kind of do that too. Our store closes our lobby at a certain time versus what our drive-through closes. So after a while, once we've done the mopping and cleaning of the bath, the customer area, and once that's pretty much all done, so that includes lobby and bathrooms, then we'll completely turn off the lights there, so it's only the bar lights that are on. Yeah, so then it looks like it's dark and no one's really in there unless you really pay attention. Then you're oh, they're still there in the bar area. But yeah.
Ray, I got to tell this story before we get on to other matters. This is about 25 years ago now. I worked at a Wendy's, and I did the night shift at a Wendy's. And let me tell you, Ray, you thought this was a nefarious network. What we was doing at the Wendy's at J. Clyde Morrison Boulevard, Ray Williams, shouldn't have been allowed. But the statute of limitations is up. Because what we would do, Britney Monae, is Wendy's is late night. They got commercials. Come on by Wendy's. It's late night. Get you a double stack. Get you a biggie bag. Get you a bowl of chili late night. If my manager at the time, didn't feel like dealing with customers. She would turn the lights off in the drive-thru, just leave the lights in the lobby on, like dim. So we had like the dimmer switch. She would dim the lights in the lobby, and then she would just make sure one of us had a headset. So when somebody would pull up to the speaker box, we'd just be like, "Thank you for choosing J. Clyde Wendy's. Unfortunately, our systems are currently down. We will not be able to reboot it for about another 45 minutes to an hour. If you would like Wendy's this evening, there is a Wendy's on Warwick Boulevard that is open until 3 a.m. Have a wonderful night." Spoiler alert, Ray. Them systems wasn't down, brother.
That's crazy.
She just didn't feel like taking no customers. So she would be like, "Hey, y'all go in the lobby and just be quiet." So we'd be in the lobby, like smoking cigarettes, playing cards. One dude's on the phone with a chick. We just like gambling in the lobbies. Like some dude would bring a Four Loko out and just pass the cups around, and we just be in the lobby, turning up, Ray. And then finally, when it got to, because we closed, like we didn't close at 3, but like that's when like they shut it down for an hour before they did the shift to getting ready for breakfast. So about 2:30, she'd come back on the speaker. "Thank you for choosing your J. Clyde Morris Wendy's. We are currently open for 30 more minutes. Our systems are back up and running, but we only have a limited assortment of items at this point. We have nuggets, fries, and burgers. Anything else we would not be able to give you at this time." And spoiler alert on that, Ray, them nuggets been sitting up for about an hour and a half, dog. I'd be like, "Yo, you want me to drop some fresh nuggets?" She'd be like, "Hell no. Throw them nuggets in the grease and keep it moving." Like, "Yes, ma'am." That's what we was doing back in them days, Cap. That's how nefarious it was at the Wendy's at J. Clyde Morris Boulevard. I don't know if it's still like that. Maybe it's under new management. But if you went to the Wendy's about 20, 25 years ago at 2 a.m. and got the message that the system was down, it's a 99% chance that we was in the lobby smoking and drinking and gambling and whatnot.
That's so crazy. I hope they don't. Oh my gosh, that's. Woo.
I remember the first night she did that. She was like, "I'm like, you don't want us to work?" And she's like, and she looked at me. She was like, "Negro, if you don't sit your ass in that lobby and chill, and like, you're like, you can either chill or you can go home." And I was like, "Well, I guess I'm chilling." That's what I'm called, partner.
No, enough said.
Enough said. I just wanted to be clear on what we was doing tonight in this operation. Right. I just had questions. But yeah, that was a wild time, man. It's just some wild times going on. But you know what I like to do, Brittany, when life gets a little too wild?
What?
I like to, kind of center myself. And one of the places I center myself, there's a pond. Just a little ways away from where I live. Yeah, a pond just like this, Ray Williams. And what I like to do, sometimes I take a loaf of bread. Sometimes I take some old nuggets that I just reheated that's been sitting out for 2 hours. And I take them down to the pond and I feed some ducks, Ray Williams.
Ooh.
Yes, it's been a while since Brittany's been at the pond. She was our first guest at the pond. You see, we still kept the same pond music.
I know.
Feeding ducks on the pond is what we do at the end of every episode of the Parley. And basically, we just go around the horn. Everybody brings a question to the table because, again, conversation is the only currency accepted. And we go around the horn. The question could be silly, could be serious, could be funny, could be whatever. But we ask these questions. And Ray Williams, you had a little notebook for the past few weeks. I know you've been getting a catalog of questions. So it shouldn't be a surprise when I come to you first and you're like, "Oh, I got to think about this, brother." You're like, "Oh, I got to think about it." You shouldn't have to think, Ray, because you've been writing these down. So Ray Williams, we'll let you go first. What question do you have for the group?
Well, I'm actually excited that you did go with me first because I do have a question in mind, and it's actually kind of a follow-up question from our last time here on the Parley. You see, Brittany, I don't know if you've heard, and I know you're not a big pro wrestling fan, but some people were mourning the passing of Terry Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan, about 2 weeks ago.
Why is that eliciting a laugh from you, Britney Monae?
Oh, I'm just thinking about that whole controversy with Joe Swole. Is that his name?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. So again, some people like Joey Swole was giving their condolences, and so we were kind of discussing it here on the show as well, and we were kind of talking about Hogan's legacy and what he left behind, and as Brother Nate put it so appropriately and so eloquently, what did he do with his dash? So my question is for you all. What do you guys want to be remembered for? What do you want on your tombstone? And no, not the frozen pizza
and
brand,
brother.
Yeah, from the 90s. Not that tombstone. But what do you want to be remembered by? It could be a quality trait, or like a character trait that you have. It could be something that you do for people. Like, what do you all? Once it's all said and done, once your dash, as again Nate so eloquently put it, once your dash has a finite and definite end, what do you want to be remembered for once you leave?
I'll let you go first, Cap.
Yeah, go with you.
I feel like two things maybe. Being as kind as possible. There's a difference between kind and nice, by the way. And the girl who loved Fall Out Boy so much. I think those are like things that, because I don't know what is promised for me in this lifetime, so I don't want to aim too high and then it be a disappointment to myself. So I will leave it with those things, probably.
All right, so I guess they're gonna have at your service, your farewell service, they're gonna play Sugar We're Going Down.
No,
but I guess don't want that one.
It's got to be What a Catch, Donnie, because that song is basically it was supposed to be Fall Out Boy's like kind of swan song, and it's I've got troubles and self-esteem to match, but what a catch, Donnie, what a catch. And it's a slow song. It's about I will go down with this ship, and it's sad, but I feel like that would be like my song that I would have to play is What a Catch, Donnie.
I was gonna put together like an AI slowed down Grimes version of Immortal from Big Hero 6.
Oh my God, no!
It would be immortal. Just like have a 12-piece band play.
Oh no!
Like this is the saddest wake ever. That's a good answer though, Cap. That's a good answer. I think my answer, Ray, would kind of echo the comments of Malcolm Jamal Warner. We talked about Malcolm Jamal Warner last week, after his passing. And he was like, I want to be remembered as somebody who was a good actor or a good musician. But at the end of the day, like, was I a good man? And again, to Britney's kindness thing, like that doesn't necessarily mean being nice or being a pushover. But I would like, first and foremost, I want to be remembered as a good man. And the second thing I would want people to remember is every time I was in front of a microphone, I gave them 100%. They never got shortchanged. And I put the work in every single time. So, and I wasn't a stepdaddy. I was the dad that stepped up, right? You asked the damn question, Ray. What do you want to be remembered for by your 3 children that you don't ever see?
Stop it. So, I mean, the biggest thing is that I want to be the light of this world, especially considering that and you and I have talked about this on other podcasts before, Nate, about us kind of growing up in church, and I'm still trying to live like a Christ-like lifestyle, especially seeing how people are using that Christian title in vain and just to get their own desires, but they're not living the life. Like I want to be remembered as someone who actually lived as Christ did, like being like to kind of derive what you were saying, Brittany, someone who was kind and didn't just do things to receive anything back. Someone who treated people equally across the board. It doesn't matter what color they were. It doesn't matter what gender they were. It doesn't matter if they were non-gender conforming. Like treating somebody with respect, how they should be treated, because that's their right, and just like shooting it straight to people while also still having kindness and empathy to people, for people, and just again giving to folks and not expecting anything back, not giving because it's going to make me look good, or not doing something as the kids call now virtual signaling, like doing something and then putting it on Instagram or YouTube right after, just so that I can say, hey, look, look how good of a person I am. It's like, no, I don't want to do that.
To go off what you're saying, sorry, I just feel like I had to say it before I forget about it. One of the great things I think came out of the new Superman is kindness is the new punk rock.
Yeah. You don't know nothing about that because you ain't seen the movie, right?
Not yet. By next Monday, I will have seen it. You can count me. You can write that down.
So follow-up question, though, Ray. Follow-up question for you and for me, because Brittany's already given her answer. The song played at her wake is going to be the slowed down AI Grimes version of Immortal from Big Hero 6. I
will come from the netherworlds and fight whoever does that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm gonna call Constantine and be like, "Hey, Constantine, this crazy ghost lady about to get me because I played this song at a funeral. Can you help me out?" And he'd be like, "Oh, no problem, Nate, old boy." I'd be like, "Hold on, brother. You don't call a black man boy, but I appreciate your help, Constantine. Why you drawing all these signals on my floor? Is that chalk erasable?" It's a lot going on. Can you please not smoke in the house, Constantine? This ain't a smoking house. You can vape, but you can't smoke, Constantine. He'd be like, "I'm Constantine, y'all." Shout out to Matt Ryan. Body.
I was gonna ask, is that Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan. Like, he's gonna be like, "Here's the thing, mate. I'm not even really Constantine. I'm just an actor." I'm like, "Damn." But what song would you want played at your wake, Ray?
Well, it's kind of interesting because it just popped up in my head once you were kind of setting up the question, and that Britney ain't the only one who got some pop punk roots in there. I love me some Yellow Card, and there's one song. Yeah. Hey, don't let the facade fool you, brother. I do love me some Yellow Card. I went to see them live before on the 10th anniversary of their album, like their big album, Breaking Through, like their first album that broke through big. And so but on their second album they have this song, and it's pretty appropriate. I think it is kind of like a funeral song, like but it's called When I'm Gone, and it's a beautiful song. So I would
see when you say that, I just think about them girls with the cups in Pitch Perfect.
When I'm gone, the cup song. Oh no, don't
when I'm gone. Now I'm shaking my soul.
Don't bring Anna Kendrick to my with the cups to my funeral.
I'm like, this is wild. Why does Ray have the whole cast of Pitch Perfect at the damn wake? Like, this one's for you, Ray.
Oh man,
I did love the original movie, so I wouldn't be.
Pitch Perfect wasn't
ashamed
bad.
of it.
I like Pitch Perfect.
I wouldn't be ashamed if they showed up. It's like, who's gonna tell them? Don't worry, just let them.
Like, no, it's the other When I'm Gone song. So there's a couple ways I could go with this, Ray. Like, part of me is thinking, like, maybe some New Edition, maybe some Bobby Brown, the king of R&B, maybe some gospel. There's a really wild MC Hammer song called Going Up Yonder, which is just Hammer, like, over this gospel song. And he's like, "You're going to look for me, but I'll be gone." because I'm not here.
Oh my goodness.
Like it's a song that I like, but I like it's something that's just like it's just like that one note off. It's just like Hammer, you almost had it, dog. You almost had it, Hammer.
And now that you mentioned like the random rappers with like like tribute or memorial song, like Coolio, "See You When You Get There."
I see you when you get there. If you
that would be one. Yeah. I was
Crossroads. See you at the crossroads.
Yes.
And I miss my producer Ray, y'all. I was thinking some Dave Matthews because Dave Matthews got some good funeral type songs. But I think at the end of the day, Ray, I'm gonna have to go with my man Prince. Let's go crazy.
Oh yeah.
You come to the funeral parlor, and I'm gonna be like I ain't even gonna be laying in the casket. I'm gonna be having like I don't know how you do it because I'm not sure about the embalming process, Brittany. But like having me leaning like Michael Jackson on like that. Was it the? It wasn't the Thriller album cover.
I think it was Thriller.
Was it Thriller?
Off the Wall.
Yeah, it with the tiger.
No, that was
maybe
Thriller.
I'm thinking of something else.
Tiger was Thriller.
Yeah,
I mean, leaning
off the wall was a different. He was leaning on the wall and off.
Yes,
the wall.
he was leaning on the wall and off the wall, which was like counterproductive, Michael. But have me in the casket like on one elbow, like leaning, like Michael Jackson on the Thriller cover, and then you just come in, dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. Let's go crazy, like this motherfucking man. So that was
some people will know you. Some people will know you will be like, you know what? It's just like Nate to say something.
Like, why does he have like damn, he went all out. He got animatronics and all sorts of special effects. What is going on with Nate's funeral? Why is Matt Ryan here? Don't mind me, I'm just here, mate. I'm Matt Ryan. I'm Matt Ryan, y'all.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's what. Yes. So imagine me in the casket cap with the same suit and everything, leaned up with Prince playing behind me.
Oh my gosh.
Like a little smoke machine behind the casket. Some dry ice. And then Ray would be like, that's where all the nefarious money went to, this damn funeral. Like, sorry, Ray. No, that was a great question though, Ray. Britney Monae.
Yes.
What is your question for the group today?
What is your guys' top vacation destination?
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
Whoever want to answer first.
I knew you were gonna do that. I was gonna go like Nate always throw me under the bus first so he could think of the question.
I'm just being kind and courteous, Ray.
I appreciate it. That's what I remember you for.
Thank you.
That and you sitting up in your coffin like Michael Jackson.
Like, how does that even work? Like, did they do something different with the embalming process?
I know. Is it like a Weekend at Bernie's situation? Somebody
Oh my god!
Like I'm on the hospital like table. Like, hey doc, before I die, can you put me in like a leaning position? Like
right.
just like no, like on the Thriller album. Like, and I had to pull up the picture on my phone. Like, see, like that. And then I'm ready to die. Oh.
Right, like how long can my elbow hold up before the rigor mortis kicks in?
It's gonna be hard for them to put the suit on though too, cause like it's a whole process. Like whoever is my pallbearer, not the pallbearer, whoever is my mortician, I feel sorry for you because I'm putting this in the will.
Oh,
bury me as Michael Jackson from Thriller.
What if they take it literal as the music video?
and they put me up like a zombie?
with the red and black on.
With the red and black jacket.
I don't know
not that Michael from Thriller. The cover.
I don't know what I'd be shocked by more.
It's like the mortician took liberties with this one.
It's like I've always wanted to do this. This is why I got into this kind of work.
It's what got me in the game in the first place. But enough stalling, Ray Williams. Where you going on vacation?
Enough stalling.
Yeah.
What's my vacation destination? I don't know. I mean, I think Nate, we kind of talked about this when we talked about Malcolm Jamal Warner as well. And you brought up Naya. Is that Naya Rivera? Britney?
Yes.
Yeah, we kind of brought up. It seemed eerily odd that we brought up Malcolm Jamal Warner, Naya Rivera, and Shad Gaspard, who's another professional wrestler, and they all passed away in similar circumstances involving water. So when I think about my vacation destination, I was like, I don't know if I want to be around water like that. But unless I got like the flotation devices, I got like my life vest and everything. But of course, Hawaii's kind of like an obvious one. Don't tell me to pick an island. I don't know. Oahu.
The big one.
The big one, yeah. So Hawaii. Also, I would love to go. Well, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this with you, Nate, or on Nefarious before, but I've always wanted to move to Canada, like Toronto specifically, or Chicago, like the good part of Chicago.
Not the part of Chicago where you can get jumped eating Subway sandwiches.
No. No, thank you.
Those African maggots beat me up again.
Oh, you. Yeah, I don't want no parts of that. And Jesse, stay far away. But tell
me, like Jesse was right the whole time. These African maggots is out here running wild on these streets.
I stand by Journey, not Jesse.
Can't even eat a cold cut combo in peace.
But as far as like vacation spots, definitely like Montreal. So Hawaii, Montreal, UK, especially if they got like if I'm going there for like an all-in or something. And man, that's pretty much it. I'm not much of like a traveling guy, but those are just destinations that stand out in my head.
Okay, not bad, Ray Williams. For me, I would say my top 3 spots. Number 3 would be Vegas, because I've never been to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, never been to Vegas. Been to New Orleans. Obviously been in Atlanta, Chicago, New York, DC, LA, San Diego, but never been to Vegas. So I would like to go to Vegas, and just I don't even know what I'd do at Vegas. I wouldn't stay at them hotels Ray stays at because they got bed bugs, but I would stay at.
Stop it.
I stay one of the.
Don't listen to Vanessa Sharp. Treated me right.
You missed it, Britt. When Vanessa was on for the WNBA show, and we were talking about going out to. I was like, New Edition has a residency in Vegas. That's how we got started talking about Vegas. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to see New Edition in Vegas before the residency is over. And then she's like, oh yeah, you could probably stay. And she was giving me these names of these hotels that aren't super high priced. And Ray was like, well, I like to stay at this hotel. And she was like, oh, she's like, they got bed bugs out there, Ray. She's like, you might have a good time, but you'll go back with more visitors than you thought.
Oh, that's so funny.
I guess that they must be like that now, because back, I think last time I went to Vegas, I'm gonna say, I think it was back in like 2023.
Okay.
And so it was all right when I went there, at least to the Luxor when I went there. It was all right. But,
the bed bugs.
Yeah. Now that I know though, she's a not a veteran, but she's stationed. Well, not stationed.
She's an aficionado. That's her home. She knows what's going on in the Vegas streets, right?
So I.
You said the Luxor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you stayed at the Luxor camp?
Well, I didn't stay there, but we like went to the pool there and stuff once, and you know, so like their whole thing was like Egyptian and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to say I was
Right.
like 5 or 6, and my dad told me that at the bottom of the pool that the mummies were in there. So I was like terrified to like go in the pool there, and then he would like, and then I don't know why my dad he did that, but he also told me like they also like the mummies were in the walls, and we ate dinner there once, and I just kept staring at all the walls like, oh my god, the mummies are gonna get me. So I always think of that when people mention Luxor, because that's what I associate it now with, like the mummies are there.
It's either gonna be mummies or bed bugs, one of the two. You leaving with something.
You leave it with something.
They're leaving here with something. Mummies or bed bugs. But yeah, Vegas. I'd love to go to Vegas, particularly like I said, if I can catch that New Edition show. You know, hang out with Mama Shark and them. Chris is close enough to LA. Chris could come through. Yeah, Vegas is number 3 on the list. Number 2 is Tokyo, because I used to live in Japan, used to live in Okinawa, and you know, I saw a little bit of Tokyo, but like I didn't really have the time to tour it like I would want, and then B, like I wasn't in the frame of mind to appreciate Japan back then, because you know they was interrupting my life, or so I thought, right? You know what I'm saying? So I had things to do. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be pulled over here to this other country, man. But Tokyo, like I said, I did learn to love Okinawa, and like I'm sure Tokyo would be great. But then the number 1 place I would want to go visit, Ray, London, man.
Yeah.
London. For a couple of reasons, Ray. Number 1, I want to see like the history, man. I want to see all these artifacts and these museums and these buildings and walk on the streets where the Beatles walked on the street, right?
The Abbey Road.
Abbey Road, yes. But I also want to go and see where everything got fucked up, right? Like if I go to London, can I just sit there for a while and just take in the sights and sounds like this is why these motherfuckers in London is why the world is what it is now, Ray. I can like tap in. I can tap in to the ancestors, not my ancestors, but the ancestors that enslaved my ancestors, and be like, was y'all all right? Was y'all okay? I brought Matt Ryan with me so I could talk to the ghosts. Like, Matt Ryan, y'all. Like Matt Ryan is everywhere with Nate these days. Like he just doesn't want to get haunted by that ghost lady for that damn Fall Out Boy song. But yeah, London, Tokyo, and Vegas to me would be my top 3 in terms of vacation destinations. Britney Monae, you asked the damn question, and I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say. But what is your answer?
Well, actually, Tokyo is one of the places that I would very much like to go. I haven't been, and I would also like to go to Italy. I've never been, but I think people who know me know where I'm itching to go back to, and I'm itching to go back to Greece.
Philadelphia.
No, Greece is in the EU. Yeah. I miss it. I went last summer. I just keep thinking about it. I'm like, gosh, I miss Greece. I know Duolingo is bad because they use AI, but I've been learning Greek on there for a little while now. So I'm just like, I'm ready to go again.
Okay.
I'm like, we're going next summer, so, but yeah, I'm like ready to go back. I'm like, I would love to be in Greece right now, eating a gyro, having a Fanta with it, and the fries, and just like, I'm ready to be in Greece again. Yeah.
Okay. It would have been funny if you'd said Philadelphia, though. It's like, So, funny story about Duolingo before I ask my question, guys. So, my mom, for those that don't know, is the Lutheran bishop for the state of Virginia. And so she is currently using like some Duolingo program to learn like different languages, because she speaks to different congregations and different groups. So she's like picking up on Spanish, she's picking up on Italian, and I think there's one other language. But she's on Duolingo with my youngest niece. My youngest niece, who is 8 years old. She may be 9 by the time of we're recording right now or going live right now. And so like I was talking with her on the phone the other day. She's like, yeah, Maya's up here on the Duolingo. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What's she trying to learn? This 9-year-old child is on here learning German, Ray. ain't never been to Germany, ain't never going to Germany. I said, Ma, you interested in going to Germany? No, just learning German for no reason. I'm like, something's up with you, sis. You don't just learn the Führer's tongue for no reason. What you got going on, Niecy? And she's like, no, I just wanted to do it, Uncle Nate. I just wanted to do it. I'm like, okay, go ahead and learn your German then, player. Like, just learning German. And she's like outpacing my mom on like the scores and stuff you can get. And like she's always asking mom for like free pass. Like, well, I ain't never been on Duolingo, so I don't know how it works. But like you can send boosts or passes to somebody that you're on there with.
And you can also send like freezes. So let's say for whatever reason you had a busy day and you could not do your Duolingo that day, they have a freeze so it doesn't mess up your like streak.
Okay, I think that's what it was. She was asking mom for freezes, and I was just like, okay, and it's like, yeah, like she has got like so many hours into this German, and I was like, is it for school? Like, no, like you just want to learn this language. Like, and here's the thing, Ray. Maybe I'm being prejudiced. Maybe I'm being short-sighted. Because if it was like Spanish, I'd be like, okay, I get it. She probably got some Spanish friends in class or whatever. If it was even like Japanese or something, like I know her sister watches a lot of J-pop stuff and K-pop stuff. Like, maybe she's trying to connect with her sister. But ain't nobody in your family German, little girl. You learning this German for? You learning all this German for? This Sprechen Sie Deutsch? What you learning that for? You're like, no, I just wanted to do it. I'm like, I got to keep my eye on that one.
I mean, she might be a fan of your boy, who's now the new Grande Americano. He might. What's his name? What's her name? Who's Tiffy's boyfriend? Oh,
you talking about Kaiser, Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser. Maybe she a big fan of Ludwig Kaiser. You don't
like
know.
German. It's not even a fun language.
and by the way, speaking of somebody who might be using Duolingo, you see that man at Triple R singing the that boy. How he know 3 different languages? That's a talent. That's more. I would be more impressed by Ludwig Kaiser, who's born in Germany and learned both English and Spanish, than by him playing a Mexican-born luchador who just came out of nowhere. Like, I'm more impressed by what you actually doing.
And I'm still trying to figure out why this little girl in North Carolina is learning this damn German. Like, what is you trying to do?
It's Ludwig.
Like, this sound like she up to something. I ain't figured it out yet, Ray, but she up to something. I'm gonna have to watch her like an old boy used to watch Dexter on Dexter. Like, surprise, motherfuckers. like he knew Dexter was up to something. It was like, yeah, I gotta watch my niece, man.
Yeah, you just keep a close eye.
Like, who learns German for fun? For fun, Ray? As a hobby.
Is there a potential that she's seen the show Duster? Because so it's on HBO, which they canceled it, but I'm watching with my parents, so we're kind of like behind. But it is a J.J. Abrams show and a LaToya Morgan show. Okay. And it takes place in, I want to say, the 70s, and the main character is like one of the first Black women to be part of the it's either CIA or FBI, one of those. Okay. And they're investigating Keith David, who is like a notorious kind of like bad guy or whatever. And the character reveals sometime in the show that she actually knows German, and she is going to place herself as a German interpreter for his character, because he needs to help with, like, he needs to talk to like some German or Russian guys or something like that. It's either German or Russian, and so like she speaks it on the show. So which gets revealed in like a few episodes in, but I don't know if that could be her inspiration. Like, oh, look at that Black girl speaks German. Like, let me do it. So I don't know. I was just thinking,
I got to keep my eye on this one, because the other thing she told me when I talked to the other day, Cap, she was like, Uncle Nate, you seen this superhero cartoon? And I'm thinking she talking about like the DCAU, because my sister be showing her, Superman the animated series, Justice League, Batman, Static, all that stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking she talking about that. I was like, oh, what Static Shock? She was like, no, Uncle Nate, Invincible.
Oh no.
I said, Invincible? I said, yeah, Invincible. I said, ain't that a little too violent for you, man? She was like, no, there's some violent parts, but I just kind of skipped through them. Like, I said, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with your mother. She's like, she knows I watch it. I'm like, she does? She was like, I mean, I thought she knew, but I just watch it because I like it, Nate. Uncle Nate. I was like, you learning German and you watching Invincible? What do you got going on?
Right.
You running a super soldier program out the backyard? Something is afoot.
No, I know. That's
Something
might
is
end up being. She might end up being Black Widow. Messing with her.
Like you on your Baron Zemo grind out here. Oh yeah! Shout out to my niece. Hopefully she doesn't turn into a authoritarian, like a German counter spy. Is watching Invincible all day long,
right?
But my question for the group. So we had a crazy night last night, Ray. We was watching that wrestling, and a certain person came back on TV, and Ray was like, "What the fuck?" Exactly what he said, exactly how he said it. My question to you all is, what TV moment have you had, either recently or like something from your younger days, where you were just like, that happened and you like audibly yelled at the TV screen? Do you have like a moment that immediately springs to mind? Ray, last night aside, what would that night be for you?
Well, there was another moment recently that kind of got me like that, and surprise, surprise, it's related to wrestling. Money in the Bank, Trinity Star, aka Naomi, pulled down that briefcase and verbatim, like it was some salty language used, but in a different connotation. LFG, if you know, you know. But yeah, like, let's effing go is what I said. I was just excited for her just to see that accomplishment, and we talked about it on Nubian Wrestling Advocates and several times here on Nefarious Media Network. Just the work that she's put in, and just the way that she left the company, WWE, with her and Mercedes Monae, and then them being out, having kind of like a sabbatical from the company for a little bit to do their own things and get into Hollywood, do some movies, do some acting. Mm-hmm. Trinity specifically went to TNA, while Mercedes kind of went around the country, or went around the world rather, and did some stuff with Japan before landing at AEW. But Trinity ended up coming back to WWE, and we were kind of questioning, like, is this the right move for her? Like, she was kind of making herself to be a star, both literally and figuratively, outside of the WWE bubble. And so it was kind of like she was kind of making her presence known in that way. And so it was kind of odd to see her come back, and we were kind of intrigued how they were going to book her, how they were going to put her in different storylines, and whether they were going to kind of shoot her up to the top of the roster and make her one of the lead characters that you want to see show in and show out. Well, it was kind of like a slow build. Once she came back as a good guy, and everybody was kind of like, oh, well, it's just same old. It looks like it's like she's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. She always gets close to winning the championship and to becoming one of the main characters, but she always has to kind of reduce herself to make other people, to enhance other people. Nia. And
The best.
the best. And so we kind of saw a character shift when we had a who shot JR moment with one of the characters on the show, Jade Cargill, who was assaulted, but the assaultant was not revealed. Britney Monae, we didn't know who. She just ended up flat splatted on a car windshield. We didn't know who did it, Britney Monae. We didn't know who attacked her. It was months building up, and there was all these different red herrings, and we didn't know who the culprit was until we got to Elimination Chamber this year in February, and Jade Cargill returned. And Elimination Chamber is where 6 women are locked in different pods. Well, 4 women are locked in different pods. I'm kind of doing this like a wrestling 101 since but just giving you like the close notes. So 4 women locked in a pod, 2 women battling it out. Each woman is let out one at a time through like different time intervals, and the last woman standing is the winner, and they go on to choose who they want to challenge for a championship in the future, or at WrestleMania, I should say, which is the biggest show. And so Naomi was one of these women that was in the pot, right? And so Jade Cargill returns like after her injury. We didn't know what happened to her. She beelines, and she's not in the match, by the way. She's not one of the 6 women that's in the match. She beelines straight to the ring, and who does she like stares down and then proceeds to rush in and beat down? It's Naomi. It was Naomi the whole time. And so we're kind of going back and forth, and we're kind of like, was it really Naomi? And Naomi's not being like an out and out bad guy yet. She's kind of still trying to defend herself, but then she lets down the facade, and she said, I did do it, and I'll do it again. And then we're like, oh my God, oh, what happened? And so fast forward, we get to Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, pretty much briefcase is locked high above the ring, like 20 feet above the ring, with a contract for a championship match of your choosing whenever you want to choose it. Even if the champion is already fought, even if the champion is injured, you can cash in the Money in the Bank, and you can have a match anytime that you want. So,
okay.
Again, 6 women in this one. Naomi is in this match, doesn't get attacked, but now she's fully bad guy. She's embraced it now. She's like, you hate me, I don't care. I hate you more or something. So we get to the climax of the match, and the women are fighting, but then everybody else is down, and Naomi starts to climb that ladder. And we're thinking, because this is actually like, I believe, Naomi's 5th time being in Money in the Bank match. Usually she's known for her acrobatics and flying around and doing like just these agile moves, but now she has something to prove. And so we're like, there's no way she gonna lose again. Not now. Proceeds to climb that ladder. Britney Monae unlatched and unhooked that briefcase, and boom, we made a star. Britney, finally we made a star out of Naomi. And also fast forward to about a few weeks ago, she becomes the champion. She cashes in that briefcase, and she becomes the champion. And now she's one of the main characters on Monday Night Raw now. So sorry for using all that time up, but that's one thing that stood out of my head. That meaning that holy-ish moment was Naomi winning the briefcase.
My favorite part was just Britney being invested in that story. We're gonna turn you into a wrestling fan, Cap. Just you wait. Just you wait, Cap.
We'll do like super cuts. I'll edit some super cuts to you. It won't have like a bunch of all the other stuff in it. If you want a storyline, just let me know what you want to know about, and I'll do like some super cuts and send it to you.
You can always send me videos of Roman Reigns. He's nice to look at.
Indeed.
See, Brittany don't know nothing about this whole bloodline story that's been going on since the pandemic.
Pretty on their eyes. Oh yeah.
Yes,
I guess one of us will be better to tell you that particular story than say of Chris.
You talking about a 3-year storyline, Brittany, is what they gave us with this man Roman Reigns and his brothers and his cousins and his cousins and all sorts of most Samoans than you could throw a brick at.
Yes.
That was the tagline for one of the shows. Most Samoans than you could throw a brick at. I'm Roman Reigns, y'all.
Exactly. I don't know which catchphrase is gonna catch on more.
I still think I like on Matt Ryan, y'all, the best. Like this the randomness of Matt Ryan showing up as Matt Ryan, but I think he's Constantine. Like just random. Britney Monae.
Yes.
What is your what the fuck? For TV or
I would have to say it was watching the first season of Game of Thrones because I decided to watch it because I love Sean Bean, as I said, Lord of the Rings girl here. And I was like, hey, this is gonna be the first time that Sean Bean ain't gonna die in something. Woo, woo, woo. I'm excited.
No.
I'm excited. I did not read the books yet because that's what made me read the books after finishing season 1. So I'm like, this is gonna be so much fun. Sean Bean is gonna be in this show, and you know, I'm looking forward to it. Me and my mom we watched season 1 together. At first, it was just me and her until slowly other people in the family started watching with us. So we got to that episode and we're like, okay, something's gonna happen where he's not gonna get, he's not gonna die. It's gonna be fine. We weren't worried. We were not worried. Then as the episode progresses, he indeed gets beheaded. And both me and my mom were just like, oh, like, yeah, damn. And then after that, both me and my mom were like, well, I think we should read these books. So like, yeah, I read the original 4. I didn't read Dance with Dragons. I never finished that one. But like, that's what made us read the book. So when it came for like the wed wedding, we weren't surprised. Thank God, because we read the books. But like, oh man, the whole Ned, you really thought, hey, Ned is the main character. He's gonna be fine. So, but yeah, no, that's probably my most recent, like, oh, what the hell? Yeah.
Brittany saw that and she's like, well, I guess he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 3. Still one of my favorite little bloopers is like, well, I guess he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. Right, Jackie? I asked the damn question, so I may as well answer it.
Yes.
I have 2 moments. So one moment is from my mom. Like to this day, me and my sister, I die laughing about this moment, man. It was like the first time we ever heard our mom cuss. So it's back in the day, we watching Star Trek The Next Generation because moms grew up on Star Trek and she kind of passed that on to us. So we watching Star Trek The Next Generation. Spoiler alert, in season 1, I believe, there's an episode called Skin of Evil where Lieutenant Tasha Yar is trapped on a planet with a monster that just looked like a big old blob of oil. And he's like, it's real weird because he's like this big imposing monster, but he's also kind of like one of these incels. We just like angry at this woman for being a woman, but he also wants to sleep with this woman. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work, Mr. Oil Man. Like, you ain't got no type of
sounds like
oil.
an episode of Doctor Who.
So she's trapped on the planet, and then finally, like, it's a whole story. It's a whole 45-minute saga on this episode, and finally at the end, he ends up killing Tasha Yar, and like he encases her in oil, and they like, can you save her? No, she dead, dog. And then at the end, Picard is like, let me go down there and straighten this out. So he back there, and then the oil man is like, now I got somebody new to play with. And then he's like, well, you're not going to get your satisfaction, August, because you forgot one thing. I can leave anytime I want. Enterprise, want to beam up. And then he beam up, and then the oil monster is left alone on the planet by itself. He's like, no, Picard, how could you? I'm alone again. I shouldn't have killed that lady.
Mm.
So fast forward about 2 or 3 seasons of The Next Generation, and it's at the end of, I think it's the end of season 3, maybe. And like the Romulans are trying to kill the Enterprise, but Picard in particular. And then like the whole show, you just hear this Romulan commander, Jean-Luc Picard must die for what he's done to my family. And then this and that, and this and that. And then at the end of the episode, we seen the back of this lady head the whole time. She turned around, and it's the lady that played Tasha Yar, but she's like made up like a Romulan. And my mom, like God-fearing woman that she is, my mom just like, oh shit, it's Tasha. And me and my sister just like, hold on. What did mom just say? And then it like took us a second, and then we were just like, you know what kids do? He's like, ooh. And she's like, shoot, it's Tasha. Y'all remember Tasha, don't you? Like, nah, we ain't talking about Tasha right now, ma'am. But for me, my moment, man, and this one hurt me. Some of y'all know, man, one of my favorite shows that I man, it took me a while to realize that the show was kind of basura, as Jay Lacey would say. Because the first season was so excellent. Parts of season 2 was excellent. There was glimmers of hope in season 3, maybe. But then it just fell off the rails, and that's Heroes, man. I used to love Heroes, man. Save the cheerleader. We gonna save the world, Ray Williams. Yes. This man, Hiro Nakamura, Milo Ventimiglia, Peter Venkman, whatever his name is. All these folks. My boy Adrian Pasdar was out here. Zachary Quinto was on this joint. The dude that played the HRG, the dude with the glasses, he killed it, man. There's a lot of Hayden Panettiere was on this. A lot of good people. Svendal Ramamurthy, he was good. A lot of good people on the show, man. Heroes had a great cast. But it just fell apart after the writer's strike. Like that to me is like one of the biggest casualties of that writer's strike was like Heroes just fell into the toilet. So, I gave up on Heroes, Britney. Like, it ain't coming back. It ain't gonna be like it was. Cut to about 7 years ago now, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but like within the last 10 years, I think closer to 7. Because it was like right before Shazam came out, or right around when Shazam, the first one, came out. Not the movie with Sinbad that never existed, Brittany, but the one with Zachary Levi. And they came out with this series called Heroes Reborn. Oh, yeah. And I was like, I don't even want to do it. Y'all ain't gonna get me to do it. But then they got me in the commercials, Ray, because they showed my boy, I can't even remember his real name. I think it's Jack, the actor's name. He's like so good. They played HRG, Noah Bennett. They showed Jack like looking up all thoughtful, like okay, what he doing? And then they showed like a little brief split second shot of Hayden. I'm like, she probably ain't gonna be on the show. She making some other movies and stuff. They probably gonna use footage or something. She ain't gonna be on the show. Then they showed Zachary Levi, and this is before we didn't like Zachary Levi. So I'm like, okay, Chuck in this. Cool. Then they showed I forget her name, but she was his partner in the show. It was like whatever his name was, his character's name was, and Joanne. And Joanne was like this hot black British lady. I was like, okay, there's some merits to this show. And then what got me, Ray, they showed Hero, like old man Hero, and he was like, time to save the world again. I was like, bitch, I'm in. Let's go. Heroes Reborn. And I sat there every week, Brittany, watching this Heroes Reborn. And it's like, it's not good, man. It ain't bad. It's not terrible. Like there was some good performances, namely from like Jack and the dude that played the Haitian, Jimmy John Louise, from the first season, the first series of Heroes. He was back. He was cool. There was some cool performances, but it just didn't hit. And so I'm like, okay, I made it through the end of the series, Brittany. They wrapping all the storylines up. Spoiler alert, the evil lady got stuck in the future, much like the oil man from Next Generation. She got stuck in the future. She was like, no, I'm stuck in the future. My plans. And then she died, allegedly. I think everybody that stayed in that timeline was going to die, so they just beamed off of that timeline, that planet, and let the lady die by herself, which is sad. Sad way to go. But she did kill a lot of metahumans, so, it is what it is. But then, After they wrapped everything up, gave everybody their happy ending and whatnot, reunited all these families, these Bammers had the nerve. Like everything's going off the air, and then they're like, wait a minute, there's one more thing. And then Mama Petrelli, Christine, I can't remember her last name, but Mama Petrelli, she was always good. She was like, there's one more thing, Noah. And she held up a playing card. He's coming back, you know. And I looked at the TV screen and I'm like, no, fuck no. We're not doing this, Heroes. I'm not doing this with you no more, man. I can't. I gave you everything I could in this relationship, but you're not reciprocating, Heroes. I don't want no more damn mysteries. I don't want no theories. I don't want these metahumans that I got to read an extra book or extra article online to know who this person is and how they relate to that person and how it ties back to the original series. No, I'm not looking for no more Easter eggs. I'm done, Heroes. Tim Kring, we done, son. I was just like, no. The audacity of you to give me a cliffhanger at the end of this show that ain't gonna get renewed for another damn season. And spoiler alert, it didn't get renewed, right? Sick of y'all damn Heroes. I spent so much time on that show, Brittany. I played the damn mobile game. I was on Heroes Wikipedia. It was a Wikipedia just for Heroes, Heroes Wiki. And you could go and find the connections to all the families and the lore and the legends of Heroes. And I just was on there, Brittany, trying to get educated about this world that didn't give a damn about us as viewers. Trying to throw a damn cliffhanger at the end of a series nobody watched. Get the hell out of here, Tim Kring.
They thought they were doing something too.
They thought right. They was like, ooh, like we know this first season. This first season was a little rocky, but wait till we hit him with this. No, there's something you should know. He's back. Like, no, I don't care who he is. I don't care. Like, no, I'm not doing this. And neither was NBC Universal.
We never found out who
it was. Like. You're never gonna believe who's back, Noah. Like, nope, because we're never gonna see him. Nope. Neither will you. But that first season was so damn good. Did you ever watch it, Ray?
Like bits and pieces, but I never got like.
I don't even know why I asked you that question, Ray. I knew the answer before I even finished asking it. Ray don't watch nothing. This man ain't saved no chilies and saved no worlds. Yeah, they got me, man. They got the only good parts, man. Masi Oka as coming back as old man hero. I was like, man, this is good times, Masi. This is good times. Why couldn't it just be your show? Why couldn't it just be your show? And then they introduced like these new kids, like the grandchildren of the heroes from the first series. I'm like, no. I don't give a damn about these kids, man. Your sister is the one with the true power, but you can only unlock it when you're both in the same room. No, we're not doing this. No, Tim Kring, I don't give a damn about these kids, man. I'm like Ray Williams with his 3 children. I don't give a damn. Tim Kring. The only thing I give a damn about Tim Kring is feeding these ducks on the pond. We did it again, Ray Williams. Cut the music. Super abrupt cut. Like you.
See, I let it.
You cut that off quicker than NBC Universal cut off Heroes Reloaded. Heroes Reborn, whatever the hell it was.
See,
I was listening to Heroes podcast, Brittany. I was on a Heroes podcast. Like I was deep on them hero streets, man.
Yeah, I tried it because last week I cut it off too soon. So I was like, let me wait until you tell me to cut it off. Even if it start over again.
But yes, we did it, y'all. Another episode of the Parley in the books. Shout out to everybody that watched live on Monday. We will be back next Monday with episode number 2, issue number 2 of Super Salad, featuring Britney Monae, where she will show up and hate on the Fantastic Four, y'all. Get ready. Get ready. But before we get out of here, let's go around the horn one last time. Ray Williams, anything you want to shout out to the people, anything you got to promote, anything you want to say, brother?
Well, of course, continue to follow us here at Nefarious Media with all of our different programs coming up. Like Brother Nate said, next week we're going to have Super Salad and another couple of weeks. Well, maybe in a few weeks, it's going to be Ring Theory, all that good stuff. And if you missed it, our most recent episode of SBF Styles Break Fights with myself and Chi Okafor. We're gonna get in. Well, I'm trying because I got Britney
Felt like
Monae
you was struggling
on,
on that.
Like I got
Like
Britney
Chi Monae.
since she here. Yeah, I was like Britney Okafor. No,
Chi Monae is a badass drag name. Chi Monae, first place on Drag Race.
But it's Chi Okafor, Chinyeri Okafor, and I chatted up some MMA talk, UFC 317, 318,
Okay.
as well as Chi-Chi's experience while not in Johannesburg, but in Cape Town, South Africa, for PFL Africa 1 this past, a couple weeks ago. So she was there to cover the media scrums and the weigh-ins, and actually there for the fights as well. So just tune in for us, and then just continue to look out for us on all of our social media, catch of all of our shorts, whether it be on IG, TikTok, or YouTube. As Brother Nate said, it's a tribute to Spider-Man Homecoming on our latest short.
Good stuff, Ray Williams. And shout out to the niece Chi Okafor. That's one niece I don't mind if she learns German, because she out here talking to these international fighters, so she can learn German. Maya, you can't turn off that damn Invincible and stop learning German. Britney Monae, I'm glad we were able to fix that contract dispute. Your theoretical check is in the mail. What you got going on, my friend? Besides Super Salad next week.
Right now, unfortunately, besides being here, nothing. Because I don't know when other stuff is gonna be announced, so I can't jump the gun. That's yeah. So yeah,
Heroes Reborn season 2. I love that for you, Cap.
So yeah, if you guys just want to follow me on social media, it's at Hi Britney Monae. Hi on Twitter. I'm still on Twitter, and I still have the actual Bird app. It is not X on my phone. So yes, I'm still on Twitter. I am on Instagram, also at Hi Britney Monae, and I want to say I'm on Blue Sky and Threads. But yeah, that's where you can find me for right now, talking about random stuff. I don't know. But yeah, you can check that out. And there's a really cool show that is coming on YouTube that I'm not in, but I think is going to be fun for fellow Black nerds, but nerds in general. It's called The Comic Shop. It will be dropping on YouTube by at Cheyenne the Geek on Twitter. So you guys should check that out, because I feel like that is something that is in this network's like wheelhouse and things like that. It looks very fun. It's a workplace comedy about a comic book shop that is owned by Black people. So looks fun.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard good things about that. So definitely going to check that.
As long as Tim Krings doesn't have his grubby little hands over it, I'll watch it. This beef is forever, Tim Kring.
You've been traumatized by
we could have had it all, Tim Kring. I even stuck with you through the damn series where the girl that was deaf had superpowers through the violin. Like, that don't make no damn sense. But I'm gonna still watch the episode, Tim Kring. I'm supporting you.
Oh my goodness!
I watched the episode, the season where the creepy carnival was luring people into the tent because they had metahuman powers. Like, this don't make no. In New York City, a carnival just appeared outside of Manhattan, and ain't nobody said nothing. Tim Kring. Stupid ass show. The only thing more dumb than your show is me for believing in your show, Tim Kring. I renounce you, Tim Kring.
Calm down. The ducks have been fed. Don't overfeed the ducks, Nate. You got so much vitriol.
Tell you, it's gonna be some dead ducks, dead like that last season of Heroes Reborn. Bloated like your storylines, Tim Kring. Coming up next week on Super Salad, an interview with Tim Kring. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? I heard you talking shit.
Book it, Ray.
Book it, Ray. Yeah. If he hears anything negative, just blame Britney. She won't be here in a couple weeks. Just blame Cap. But yes, for me, obviously, Twitter, X, Threads, which Nefarious is on Threads now, and IG. I'm at Nate Mosaic in the number 8 MOZAIK. Nate Mosaic 757 on Blue Sky and Threads too, I think. And then Black Nate BLAQUE _ in the number 8 on Instagram. Like Ray said, man, just keep it locked to the channel because again, we've been giving y'all a lot more content, man. We got SBF that's up right now on the audio feed. We have last night's SummerSlam watch party, which is available both in video and audio form. We've got the Parley, which you are watching now and will be out on audio tomorrow. And we've got Super Salad with OG Rachel and myself welcoming Britney Monae into the metaphysical comic shop, as it were, to talk about the hit of the summer, Fantastic Four. I'm just gonna leave it like just clip that in and of itself, and like don't show any of Britney's comments until we get to Super Salad Ray. But I'm sure, I'm actually excited for the discussion we're gonna have because I think between Rachel, Britt, and myself, like we'll be able to have a good conversation about what the movie got right and what it got wrong. So I'm looking forward to that. But for everything else, man, just keep it locked. Subscribe to all the channels. If you're already subscribed, let your friends know about us. And support us. Patreon.com/Nefarious Media Network. $5 gets you in the door. If you want to pay more, we won't stop you because we are on the drive for 500 YouTube subscribers, which gets us halfway to monetization, and 500 Patreon subscribers, which allows us to do various things here at the network, not the least of which is turn the metaphysical dollars that I pay Ray and Brittany and Chris with into actual dollars, ladies and gentlemen. So we're trying to make some things happen. 6 months into this network launch, and we got a lot of positive feedback, and we ain't going nowhere. Unlike Tim Kring and his whole Heroes idea, we ain't going nowhere. We in it for the long haul, and we're not gonna fall off either, like Heroes did. I still ain't processed it, Ray. It's like the hurt that won't go away, man. The hurt that won't go away, man. You know, it's one of the great loves of my life that I felt I got betrayed by. It's like, don't nobody care about these damn grandkids, Tim Kring. Why are you giving them so much screen time, man? Damn. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna talk about Heroes Reborn with my therapist next week. Yeah, y'all don't worry about me. I'll be all right. She's like, what? Who is Tim Kring? What did he do? You want to know, Doc? Do you really want to know what this man did? He assassinated my innocence. Like, what? But that's going to do it for this edition of the Parlay, man. We appreciate y'all. This is one of the shows that I think people have really been vibing with. So we glad to do this with y'all and for y'all, man. So until next time, for Ray Williams, for Britney Monae, who is back for at least 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lockdown for at least 2 weeks.
Yes.
I am the Godfather Nate Milton. And remember, I'm Dr. Doom, y'all. That's gonna be his
Matt
final.
Ryan, y'all.
I was like Matt Ryan, Dr. Doom. That's gonna be his final words. Like, I am Iron Man. It's gonna be like, and I am Dr. Doom, y'all. We out.